Hi guys, welcome to a stream, the first one back in a while, and lower the chair a bit. And today is the Arsenal versus Chelsea. So 4:30 kickoff. I can't get the running banner anymore. I can get those ones, but I can't get the running one. But it is about just over 5 minutes until kickoff comes around, and it should be a big game. Romelu Lukaku is starting up top for Chelsea, the new big signing. He's starting up front with Havertz and Mount. I mean, Arsenal, Aubameyang's on the bench, but Saka's starting. It's a slightly different team to the Brentford one. Ben White's out, but I guess we'll see how it comes through in the game. They count down the stream. There's Oscar. All right, Oscar, mate, how you doing? How you doing? This little thing right here is, there we go. Trying to get it straight. You know? Can't have it all topsy-turvy, bendy-wendy. So let's go back over here. And let's make... Why don't we have the running banner anymore? If StreamYard got rid of the running banner, that'd be real annoying if they got rid of the running banner. Anyway, let's have a look if we can do something here. So, by the way, made that just got out of the shower, you know. Watch the Southampton versus Man United game. If you have watched that game, do let me know your thoughts, because it was an enthralling game. Absolutely brilliant. Finished 1-1 in the end. Hi, Joe, mate. How you doing? Finished 1-1 in the end. The Southampton Man United game. And Southampton played well. And that Livramento, that right wing back, he does look very good. I haven't seen too much of him, but based on what I've seen of him today, he was constantly a threat down that right-hand side and caused Man United a lot of problems, especially going forward. Kick off. There we go. Give me a second. Kick off. 4:30 p.m. Perfect. Save. Put the banner. There we go. We got to have that. We can't have the running banner anymore. Who are you getting on the stream? Well, we're going to get Jude, but he's away, so we can't get him on the stream. And we might get Harvey on potentially. And, oh, yeah, I may as well go ask AFC Joe. But thing is with him, I don't think he will come on. But we'll have a look. We'll see if we can get him on. Let me give him a text now, see if he wants to come on the stream. You know, he might do. Let's give him a text real fast. Harvey, where is he? There he is. Do you want to come on? Do you want to come on my stream, mate? There we go. All done right there. Actually, I haven't seen the Tottenham versus Wolves score, so let me have a check at that. There's the microphone on. I think the microphone's on. Let's have a look in the settings real fast. USB camera, audio through the microphone. Perfect. There we go. Get rid of that. What's your score prediction? I'm going to say 1-1. I think people pick Chelsea to win this game, rightly so. They have the better team. But I feel like Arsenal always play well against Chelsea, even when they're not in the best of form. So you say 2-1 Arsenal. I say 1-1. What do you say, Jake? Put your score predictions. Oh, Tottenham on 1-0 in the end. Interesting. But I'm glad Havertz is starting. Let's just say that. He's in my fantasy team. I've got Havertz this game, and I've got Harvey Barnes tomorrow. That's it. That's the only ones I've got in the team at this moment in time. So, yeah, back on or out the shower. You should never get out the shower before streams. You know, you get all hot and bothered and stuff. But, yeah, what's your score prediction, Jake? Tell me in the chat. So, just about 5 minutes to kick off. You know, we've got the usual Anthony Joshua Lucas right here. You've got to have that on stream. 100%. It is a bonus. Look, right here. Self-promotion right here. Self-promotion, more like promotion for Anthony Joshua's Lucas, but it is nice. And there's Bukayo Saka walking out now. I think he gets some standing ovation for obviously what went on in the summer. But the Arsenal team news, if you haven't seen the team. So in the Arsenal team, you've got Leno in goal. And then you've got a back four of Kieran Tierney, Pablo Mari, Rob Holding, and Cedric, the former Southampton man. Then in the midfield, you've got yourself. I'm waiting for this. There you go. You've got Pepe on the right, Saka on the left, and then you've got a midfield three of Lokonga, the new signing, Smith Rowe, and Granit Xhaka. I suppose Xhaka's got the captain's armband. And then your front two, your two strikers, or one striker, one striker, Gabriel Martinelli. So no room for Lacazette. He must still have some sort of problem. And Aubameyang's on the bench along with Balogun, Nelson, Maitland-Niles, El Neni, Kolasinac, so on and so forth. I'm gonna go for the stream because I'm behind, but I'll join at halftime. No worries, mate. No worries. Because I might be behind as well slightly with this, so we'll see how it goes. But the Chelsea back line is team Mendy, Azpilicueta, Christensen, and Rudiger. And then 2 in midfield of Jorginho and Kovacic with Marcos Alonso left wing back, Reece James right wing back. Then the front 3 are obviously Lukaku, Havertz, and not Timo Werner, Mason Mount. There looks to be that Lukaku obviously is going to play through the middle. Looks like Mount's going to be on the right and Havertz on the left. And I expected Havertz to start. I did. Because he played in the Super Cup, played about 120 minutes, and then he got rested versus Palace. I've got Havertz, Schmeichel, Cresswell, Castagne still play. Fair play. I've only got Havertz. I don't have any less. Actually, I have Harvey Barnes as my only Leicester player. Yeah, I do have Castagne, but he's third bench. And you're going 3-1 Chelsea. Fair enough. But yeah, I've got Havertz on my in my starting 11 along with Harvey Barnes. But the thing is, Harvey Barnes may not play for Leicester. They've got Patson Daka, they've got Kelechi, and actually they've got an abundance of options up top to play with Jamie Vardy, Maddison. So if he doesn't play, Kieran Tierney will come on for me. And then obviously if Kieran Tierney somehow does something wrong this game, I don't know. But basically Castagne's third bench, the chance of him coming on are very slim for me. And that's very intrusive. Why can't we get a running banner? Don't tell me that StreamYard have taken away the running banners, because I did like the running banners. Showed it. That's really annoying. That annoys me now. You used to be able to have a banner that went doo-doo-doo along the bottom of the screen, and then it would tell you some important information like this. But no, we don't have that anymore. So I'm going to have to make compromises to what this does. So we're going to go Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0, and then when the stream starts, we'll activate that banner. And sadly, it will take up a bunch of the screen. But, you know, stream will take away the running banners. But, you know, oh, whoa, I just saw something there. Scroll across the bottom. They haven't taken that away. There we go, boys. There we go. That's more like it. That's what we like to see. Something that's not intrusive, not across the screen, but it just gently goes along the bottom. So yeah, Arsenal versus Chelsea is about to start right now. They're just taking the knee, and then it's going to start. So it's interesting. What are your thoughts on the Ajax kits? Ajax kits, yeah. What I'm trying to say is the Arsenal kit looks like the Ajax kits. Is it only me who thinks that? It basically looks like Ajax because Ajax have the red through the middle and the white sleeves, but Arsenal always had a bit of red on their sleeves. Well, obviously, back when they were a really good team, they didn't really have that. But in recent years, they've had more red. But this looks much like the Ajax kit. Anyway, at the moment, Arsenal keeping possession. They started the kickoff, obviously, and back to Leno already. So Chelsea starting to press from the front. Leno, he's calm, but at the same time, Chelsea starting to press. They don't commit full forward. They press, but Leno had all the time in the world then to pick out pass. He didn't, but he had all the time in the world. But something about Lukaku, he looks different. From when he was at Man United, he looks a bit slimmer. I can see the legendary Luke say, yeah, legendary Luke say, always a part of the streams. What I was saying about Romelu Lukaku was he looks a bit slimmer because he's a bit chunky at Man United. You know, he's a bit of a, I don't know, he's a bit beefy. He was, but now at Chelsea, he looks like he's lost a lot of weight. Even when he was at Inter Milan, he looked a bit bigger than he did now. Ooh. Good strike from Emil Smith-Rowe. Easy save, though, for that Mendy in the end. But Arsenal getting the first shot on target of the game. Good ball over the top. Bukayo Saka touched it, turned, cut side, and boof. Great strike from Smith-Rowe. Drilled it into the ground on his left foot. Don't know if he's left foot or right foot, though. That's the thing. But anyway, yeah, we still got the FPL skills. We don't need this little banner, you know. It doesn't mean much. You know who the streamer is. Let's get rid of that. Where is it? Show display names. You don't need that. Anyway, so back on with the game. Antonio Rudiger on the ball now. Casually strolling forward, plays it back to Christensen. So it looks like Christensen is the middle centre-back. Azpilicueta is the right-sided one, but obviously he has played right-back. And Rudiger is the left-sided centre-back. But yeah, so far it's an interesting start to the game. Arsenal and Chelsea sort of feeling each other out, but it's only been 2 minutes in. All right, now Havertz has picked up the ball. He's got a bit of space to run into. Plays it out wide to Marcus Alonso. Alonso one-on-one with Cedric. Cuts inside to Reece James. Shoots, and it's blocked. It's getting tense so far. So earlier on, obviously, I cannot hear something on. Oh, hear the sound. Xhaka is on the ground, the captain today. He seems to have injured himself. But to be fair to Xhaka, he could take a lot. He's not going to go down easily. Let's have a look here. Marcos Alonso played it across the edge of the box. It came to Reece James. He had a shot. Ooh, hit him on the side of the head. Fair play. That you take one for the team there, but that is going to hurt. A smashing ball to the side of the head. But the problem is he's still on the ground. It must have been a hefty hit. Doesn't look too good for Arsenal at the moment. But Arsenal they've had Xhaka. It's been a mixed pass with Arsenal and Xhaka. Obviously, he was originally the captain of the club, but then he had that moment where he stormed off the pitch, threw the captain's armband, was it, on the ground, or the shirt, and it was all kicking off and the fans were booing him. And then obviously Aubameyang got the captain's armband, and Aubameyang only got the captain's armband because he was the best player at that time. Obviously, now I think it's Bukayo Saka, but they had no one to give it to, so they transferred it from Xhaka to Aubameyang. But Aubameyang was the captain, and he isn't a bad captain, but he's not a great captain. Like I said, they're giving it to him because of his status at the club, not because of his captain qualities. But now Xhaka's playing more games. He is the captain now, and obviously I expect Aubameyang to take it off of him when he comes on the pitch at some point. Because as you can see in the thumbnail, we have got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. But I thought it was a cool pose for Aubameyang. Good for the thumbnail alongside Kai Havertz. That's why I chose it. Otherwise, I would have gone with someone different, like a Bukayo Saka. But I did that last time, so, just chopping and changing. Anyway, Xhaka is coming off the pitch, but he looks like he is fit and ready to come back on. Marcus Alonso about to hit for. Let's see if AFC Joe has replied. If we get AFC Joe on the stream, I don't think he will come on because he's probably watching the Arsenal game now and thinking, Arsenal, I ain't going to come on the stream. I just want to concentrate on the game. But let's check Harvey. Do you want to come on the stream? Harvey is a Tottenham fan. So I know he dislikes both of these teams quite a lot. So, you might get a bit of opinions on there. Do you want to come on my stream, mate? There we go. Perfect. So, back on with the game. Kovacic now. No Kante in the midfield. I don't know if that's due to an injury or he's just being dropped. But did you see this week there was a guy called, I think, Spec, some guy on YouTube, I don't know. And he was on that Saturday Social thing that Sky Sports do. And obviously, Sky Sports, they're a big company. They want the best pundits. But Saturday Social is like people who are more, I don't know, get on with the younger generation. People like, I don't know, they had Chunks on there and stuff. People who are sort of, do you know what I'm trying to say? So they had him on there. And then he says, who do you think should play in a combined team with Chelsea Arsenal? Kante or Lokonga? And he said Lokonga. And apparently some famous footballer tipped Lokonga to become the next big thing. He's a mix between Yaya Toure and someone else. But you've got to admit, you can't say Lokonga is better than N'Golo Kante just because he has a higher ceiling possibly. You can't compare a little kid, youngster, who's just barely turned up in the Premier League to a guy who's been here for donkey's years. Liverpool are off to a good start in the new Prem season, but they have it. Yes, I am. I am very happy about that. 3-0 win at Norwich. Convincing performance. Really, really good. And then, obviously, we won 2-0 against Burnley yesterday. And the performance against Burnley, it wasn't the best. It was not the best performance, but we got the job done. And Alisson, he made some big saves that game. He made one where he sort of like, when the goalkeepers do it, they get a bit cocky, a bit fancy sometimes. He got the ball and he turned. PT5 Gamer, hello mate, how you doing? So he turned Alisson and got the Burnley striker, Ashley Barnes, pinged it out at the pitch, made some good saves later on in the game. He played well. He played well, Alisson. You had Joel Matip, obviously, and Van Dijk in the defence. They were solid, Matip and Van Dijk. Really good. And obviously, Salah should have scored his goal. And he did score it technically, but it was offside. So Harvey Elliott got the ball. Brilliant young lad, Harvey Elliott. He was played a pivotal role in the second goal, but Harvey Elliott got the ball, slotted Mohamed Salah through, and he just carefully placed it by the keeper. It was beautiful, but that's not this. I like talking about Liverpool because I'm a Liverpool fan, but we are concentrating on the game at hand, Arsenal versus Chelsea. And it's been 6.5 minutes in the game, and not really as much gone on. Not really as much gone on. Not much has gone on so far, really. One chance, I'd say, for Arsenal, one chance for Chelsea, but Arsenal aren't going to take this game lightly. People think Chelsea are going to win 3-4-0 because they are a much better team than Arsenal, but whenever Arsenal play Chelsea, as you've seen in recent seasons, they don't play bad. They play well. And the thing is, I thought about this over the last few days. Let me have a drink of Lucozade first. Give me a second, guys. Basically, I thought over in the last few days that Arsenal's team and Tottenham's team, they aren't awful teams. They're not amazing, but they aren't awful teams. It's just because they're compared to the status of the club. If you look at Arsenal's team now, if this was, I don't know, Leicester or a Wolves, everyone would be going, what a quality side. You got Tierney. Say this was, all right, let's say this was Leicester. Leicester have got Tierney. Let's say Leicester have got Smith Rowe, Bukayo Saka, Aubameyang, Partey. You used to be saying that's a real solid Leicester team. But because it's Arsenal, you're comparing it to the great Arsenal teams with Vieira, Henry, Bergkamp, etc., etc. And the same with Tottenham. Tottenham's team got Kane, Son, obviously Kane at the moment, but they got Kane, Son, Lucas Moura, Emil Højbjerg, Reguilon, Lloris. It's not a bad team, but you're comparing it to some other teams and Tottenham status of a club. It works more with Arsenal, but Arsenal's team isn't awful. It's just being compared to previous teams, if you know what I mean. So it's a bit different like that. But that's what my opinions are on the situation. Anyway, we haven't seen much of the big man himself, Romelu Lukaku. £97 million. £97 million. £97 million. That is quite a lot for the lad. I mean, when I'm here, look, I'm nice and bright. But the moment I turn left, it starts to go a bit funny. But you can clearly see there is no room here for another light. So, we just got to make the most of that. But the game has started off quite brightly so far. Bukayo Saka driving forward now. Ooh, out to Kieran Tierney. I rate Kieran Tierney. One-on-one with Reece James. Back to Bukayo Saka now. Saka trying to place a 1-2. Tierney brilliantly into the box. Cleared by Marcus Alonso. No one pounced on that. The ball came in. And you've got to make use of that. You've got to go in and try and create something, try and score a goal for your team. But everyone just sat and watched and expected the ball to come to feet, which you don't really want to do. But yeah, Arsenal 0, Chelsea 0 at the moment. Nothing's gone on. 9 minutes in. Thomas Partey not in the midfield yet, but Lokonga, what a ball. Out to Kieran Tierney. Into the box. Martinelli was gambling. Cleared out for a corner. First corner of the game to Arsenal. Marcus Alonso clears the ball out for a corner. It was a good ball in from Kieran Tierney. It wasn't really going to get to Martinelli, and it wasn't going to get to Emil Smith-Rowe at the back stick. Actually, it might have got to Emil Smith-Rowe, but Marcus Alonso was there. And we praise Marcus Alonso so much for his going forward qualities and his attacking qualities that a lot of people scrutinise him for his defence. And he's not that bad defensively. Obviously, he's not a brick wall, but he does play well. I mean, Nicola Pepe, he's another player who's, if he was at Leicester or Wolves, there wouldn't be as much hype around. Wouldn't be as much, I don't know, controversy, but obviously it is due to his price tag. If Nicola Pepe came, Arsenal put the pressure on, yes, they are. They're playing quite well, Arsenal. Well, Ajax, it looks, tell me that this kit don't tell me, check the words out. This kit looks like an Ajax kit, doesn't it? Don't tell me it looks like an Arsenal kit. If you went like this and looked away like that really fast, you would say Ajax, surely. Anyway, headed away by the Arsenal defender. I think that's Rob Holding alongside Pablo Mari. So no Ben White, no Gabriel, which is probably the starting duo. But obviously, Ben White, apparently he's unwell. And then Gabriel, don't know where he is. And honestly, if this was the strongest Arsenal team, you would expect Aubameyang to play through the middle instead of Martinelli. And I rate Martinelli. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. But for now, I'd even say Aubameyang is better. Although I know Aubameyang has tailed off. And he's not quite the player he was 2 seasons ago. But he's not an awful player. Lukaku is struggling to get into the game at the moment. But it looks like good tactical management here by Arsenal. It looks like they've put Pablo Mari on Romelu Lukaku. So in other words, when Lukaku gets the ball, you don't let him go anywhere. You keep him pinned in. You keep him tight. But anyway, Pepe's on the attack now. Plays it into Lokonga. Lokonga out to Bukayo Saka. Back to Emil Smith-Rowe. Ben White tested. Oh, Ben White tested positive for COVID. Fair enough. Poor guy. That's probably why he's not playing today then. Well, it is the reason why he's not playing today. But a good start to the game from Arsenal. And like I was saying, Lukaku looks very, very, very isolated up top. And it's almost looks when Chelsea have the ball, they put Pablo Mari on Lukaku and tell him to stick tight. Don't go anywhere. Keep tabs on Lukaku because he is Chelsea's best attacker. And obviously he can back into you, turn, spin, and then obviously create chances and score goals. So it looks like Pablo Mari's been told to man mark him when Arsenal don't have the ball. But obviously when Arsenal do have the ball, he's making space for passing options. But anyway, Lokonga plays it into Cedric, who tries and lost one forward to Martinelli, but he is easily claimed by Edouard Mendy in goal. So, interesting start to the game. Back with a Lucasade again. How much are we drinking this Lucasade? That's what you can't see, guys. But actually, you might be able to. It's about a quarter of the Lucasade gone, give or take. But anyway, Kovacic into Rudiger. Rudiger out wide to Reece James. No, Azpilicueta, sorry. Into Reece James. Reece James plays it back to Christensen. Christensen back to Mendy in goal. He was sort of a rush buy because they sold... no, they didn't sell Arrizabalaga. They obviously had Arrizabalaga, but they realised he wasn't the man for the job. So they brought in Mendy last minute. He turned out to be a really good buy, and he is a top keeper. Anyway, Havertz now. I thought he was younger when they signed him, but he isn't actually as young as I thought. He's about 29, 30. Obviously, I've known this for a while, but he was younger than he wasn't as old as I thought. No, he wasn't as young as I thought. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, ooh, Pepe. Ooh, it was scrappy in the midfield. Emil Smith-Rowe picks out, but it is a free kick to Chelsea. Complaints from the Arsenal fans. Next Saturday is going to be a cracking early game and a cracking late 5:30 game as well. So, you got Liverpool versus Chelsea, 5:30. Big game. Come on, Liverpool. You must win that. You know how important this game is at Anfield in front of 50,000 Liverpool fans, 52,000, 53,000 even Liverpool fans under the lights. First, big team coming to Anfield post coronavirus. Well, post the worst of coronavirus. You've got to put on a performance. You've got to put on a show, and I hope that Liverpool can win. And obviously, at 12:30, Man City are playing. Who are Man City playing at 12:30? Leicester? No, not Leicester. Let me have a check on the phone real fast. You know, Jake. You know who they're playing at 12:30. But let's have a quick look. So they are playing next weekend at 12:30. Is City Arsenal. So you've got City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. So two big games on the opening day of next weekend. Because I don't think there is any Friday night football. And, so getting out of the shower, the hair has gone a bit funny, but it is what it is. Arsenal, mate. So Kovacic, driving forward, plays it into Romelu Lukaku, who uses his body well. See, Pablo Mari is on him, but he left him there. And it's out to Reece James. And he plays in Romelu Lukaku, and he scores! Lukaku has opened the scoring here for Chelsea on his Chelsea debut with a new £97 million man, has opened the scoring in the London derby. Reece James tapped down that right-hand side, and you knew that the moment he had the ball, Lukaku was making that run. He knew where he was going to be. He played him in, and it was an easy tap-in for the Belgian. Opening goal. Probably the easiest goal he will score as a Chelsea player, but obviously you've got to be in the position to score the goal, and Arsenal's defence has been carved open once again. Yeah, Lukaku, he just absolutely destroys Pablo Mari, just pushes him out of the way with ease. And that is the scoring. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. Woo! Good finish though. But what do you expect? He's 5 yards out. Look at that. Pablo Mari sat on his ass. Leno can't clean, and there he was to tap it in on his debut. Romelu Lukaku. Interesting though, really. Pablo Mari looks like he was told to man mark Lukaku, but obviously the stature and the frame, like the size of Lukaku, he's not easy to man mark. And obviously, when he made that run through the middle, he just shrugged Pablo Mari off the ball. Like, what are you doing, mate? You're going to try and stop me? And then Reece James carefully slides it across goal, and he taps it in. Anyway, Lukaku into Jorginho. Chelsea look like they're in the groove now. Arsenal a bit under the cosh here. At the Emirates as well, Arsenal fans won't be happy at all. Playing it around Jorginho into Kovacic. Kovacic over to Azpilicueta, out to Reece James. And now Chelsea have got the swagger about them. They're starting to play well. But let's have a look on the phone, see if AFC Joe wants to come on the stream, or any other Donny who wants to come on the stream. Do you want to come on, mate? Do you want to come on my stream, mate? Yeah, we're going to have a few people who might want to come on, but we'll see what happens. But opening the scoring here, Romelu Lukaku goal in the What minute did they score? And let me have a look on the phone. I can put it in the bottom corner. So anyone who comes on can see who scored the goal. The 15th minute for the big Belgian man, Romelu Lukaku. Right, £97 million may seem quite a lot, but what you've got to take into consideration is that nowadays you've got to pay the big bucks for the big players, Lukaku, because let's be real. Grealish cost 100 million, Sancho cost 70, Lukaku cost 97. They're going to cost the big bucks. And then obviously you get what you get given with them, goals. Lukaku is pretty much a goal machine. I think that's how you put it. Is that right? Lukaku, 15th minute. Do I have to put any little flick or tick by it, or is that the right way to do it? Let's have a look. Left FPL Lukaku's owners will be happy. Yes. How many players own Romelu Lukaku in FPL? Less? Right, because actually, Jake, give it someone in the chat or anyone. Give it a check on how many people own Lukaku in FPL, because it'd be interesting to see how many people own him. Does that look right, or should this look right here? So we put a little apostrophe, 15th minute. What looks right? What looks right? The apostrophe, 15th minute, or does it look better without the apostrophe? I'm just trying to think what they have. Let's go online and type it in. Yeah, they do have a little apostrophe. They do. Lukaku in the 15th minute. So a big goal to open the scoring here. Do a few spaces because, you know, it's still just stays right by it. But yeah, Lukaku opens the scoring here. Big time to score. Anyway, Reece James sends another ball in, claimed by Leno. Arsenal now have to quickly attack in their numbers. He's saying, quickly release it, Leno, quickly release it. But he's not releasing it quickly. Anyway, it's into Lokonga, who plays it to Bukayo Saka. He's got the on-running Emil Smith-Rowe. See, there's... Right, he plays it back to Saka. Oh, uses his body well, gets in front of Jorginho. He's twisting, plays it back to Emil Smith-Rowe. Smith-Rowe into... Who's that? Granit Xhaka. Xhaka back to Kieran Tierney. Tierney to Xhaka. Back into Emil Smith-Rowe. Arsenal trying to retain the ball at the moment. Trying to just keep tempo going, etc., etc. Let's put a little liner, you know. It keep it... section... No! I got rid of it. I accidentally clicked the delete button. Oh, no. Great. Anyway, give me a second, lads. Give me a second. Let's get this back again. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 1. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 1. Let's go with, where is it? That little arrow line thingamabob. If you can't get it on there, I don't know where it is. You have it on normal things, but you can't find it on the keyboard on here, you may ask. Yeah, I can't find it at the moment. Let's have a look. Let's find it. Where's it line? It's a straight line. All I want is a straight line. Can't see it on the keyboard. Where is it to? I think I've had it before, so it is definitely there. It's just, where is it? Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? Nope. Where is this line? Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? Nope. Is it that one? Nope. That one? Nope. Let's have a look on the keyboard still. Nope. Can't see it there. Can't see it there. Where is this little line? I had it before. Is it there? No. Is it there? No. This is a joke. This is a joke. Look, I said 14.5% again. So he's not super differential. But obviously, he is not owned by an abundance of players, is he? So it is owned by quite a little amount. But obviously, him starting wasn't obviously, if he's ready to go, he's going to start. But new signing coming in, he might not be ready to play yet. You know what I'm trying to say? Just trying to put this little button on the keyboard. Where is it to? All right, let's have a look around. There it is. Finally. Gosh, I was looking so long for that. Don't understand how long. Lukaku, brackets, 15th minute, and then the little apostrophe, and then closing brackets, you know. And then my skills. Save it. Oh yeah, I put Arsenal 1-0, Arsenal 1. Does not make any sense. But who are a bigger club now? Who are a bigger club? Arsenal or Chelsea? Yes, Chelsea are the better team. There's nothing you can argue about that. But who are the better club? No, who are the bigger club? Arsenal or Chelsea? I want to know. Put in the chat who you think the bigger club is. Is Arsenal or Chelsea a bigger club? Arsenal versus Chelsea, Lukaku, 15th minute. Look at that. Saucy right there. Right on the bottom of the screen. Anyway, get back on with a Lucas aid. Oh, I'm missing big stuff there. 21 minutes into the game. Azpilicueta on the ball now. Plays it into Christensen. Plays it over to Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger driving forward with the ball. Arsenal. You think Arsenal are a bigger club? I can see why you think that. It's hard because Arsenal have won more league titles, haven't they? They've won more trophies than Chelsea as a whole. But especially in the last 10, 15 years, Chelsea have dominated the trophy cabinet. Arsenal haven't won a league title in nearly 20 years. They haven't won a Champions League at all. Chelsea won 2 in that time. The only thing they've really got to show for is their FA Cups. But I can see why you said Arsenal there. Is up for debate, really. If you ask any Chelsea fan, okay, well, we're the bigger club. If you ask any Arsenal fan, well, most. Okay, well, obviously, we're the bigger club. We have the history. But you can't disregard that the two biggest clubs in English football are Man United and Liverpool. And then it's Arsenal and Chelsea. And then City and Tottenham afterwards. Because although Tottenham haven't won trophies, they were back in the day. They were a force. But anyway, Reece James here. And he's cut inside. Plays it to Mason Mount. Sliding on the floor. Lukaku goes play it to me. And realistically, he should have. Lukaku could have got his second goal of the game then. So close right there. Ooh, what's going on there? What's going on? Played it out to Reece James, who played it cut inside. He had to play it to Romelu Lukaku. It could have been an easy finish and another goal for the Belgian, but he chose not to. If I want anyone to score for Chelsea, I want it to be Kai Havertz because he's in my fantasy team. Anyway, Mount back over to Jorginho, who got the assist for the goal. Reece James got the assist for the goal. Christensen over to Jorginho. Jorginho back to Christensen. Yeah, so Reece James played him in, and then obviously Lukaku scored. Kovacic over, plays it round. Ooh, out of play for an Arsenal goal kick. So 23 minutes gone on the clock. Chelsea are leading 1-0 through Romelu Lukaku, but it hasn't been all Chelsea. Arsenal have had their chances, but it looks like a routine thing for Arsenal. It looks like losing again, conceding again, conceding. It wasn't a sloppy goal, but it wasn't like basically you had Pablo Mari, and it looked like he was told to mark Romelu Lukaku, like man mark him, obviously, but he didn't, and he let Romelu Lukaku run through and shrug him off, and then look what happens. They go and concede. But it is what it is, lads. It is what it is. We move. And I'm not an Arsenal fan, by the way, if anyone on the stream, just saying, I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I don't really care who wins. But I do prefer Arsenal to Chelsea because I don't like how Chelsea got their way to success with money, etc., etc. Anyway, Marcus Alonso about to take the throne here. The Emirates look silent. No one's bouncing. The fans aren't giving their support. It's not like the Arsenal of old. You've asked a lot of Arsenal fans. I speak to no one. The AFC Joe, come on recent streams. He tells me Highbury had much better atmosphere than the Emirates. One, because it's closer to the pitch, and often if the fans are closer to the pitch, they get more atmosphere. It's better quality atmosphere. And obviously, Highbury had individual stands, as the Emirates almost all round like this. So it's kind of in another way different because you've got individual stands usually create better atmosphere because you've got sections of people, as opposed to obviously just like a little run round ring like you're watching the Olympics. Anyway, Pepe complaining about something or other. Same as Cedric, but it's another Chelsea throw. 25 minutes on the clock gone here. What's the ref doing? Jonathan Moss, he's saying, well, yeah, go ahead, take another throw, son. Take another throw. So Marcus Alonso plays it back to Rudiger. Under pressure, calmly plays it to Christensen. Plays it to Mendy, but it's a bit of a dodgy back pass. And Martinelli almost took it then. That was a close one. Anyway, calmly on the ball, Kovacic into Rudiger, who lofts the ball forward. Plays it into close to Romelu Lukaku. But like I said, Pablo Mari is man-marking Romelu Lukaku. And it's not an easy job man-marking Romelu Lukaku. But what I've noticed so far this game is that Holding's almost taken the role where he watches the space in behind. But Pablo Mari is literally stuck to Lukaku. Wherever Lukaku goes, Mari goes. And he's done quite well, bar the fact Lukaku scored a goal and just shrugged Mari off the ball. Well, not shrugged Mari off the ball, but when he was making that run, just sat Mari on his ass. But it wasn't a foul. It was just using his physicality. Anyway, Azpilicueta into Reece James right now. Reece James lofts the ball forward, trying to find Lukaku, but it's cleared up by Rob Holding. Back out to Kieran Tierney, and the players switch to Arsenal now. So Kieran Tierney driving forward at speed. Tries and lofts a pass over, but intercepted by Chelsea, and they retain possession. And the good thing with Chelsea, when they have the ball, obviously for their fans and stuff, they pass it around. They don't rush forward. When Arsenal get the ball, it's like, quickly, get the ball forward. We need to create chances and score goals. So, yeah, anyway, Kai Havertz on the ball now. Plays it back into Kovacic, into Mason Mount. Back to Kovacic. Into Mount again. Plays it into Romelu Lukaku, who's got his back to goal. Turns, shoots, and blocked. You know he's going to do that. And that was quite good defending right there. They know that if Lukaku gets the ball in this position, he's going to turn around and he's going to try and go for goal. And you know that. And Pablo Mari did well then. He kept running, and he blocked the shot. Anyway, another ball into the box. Cleared again by Pablo Mari. Christensen heads it out wide to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta back on the ball, back into Christensen. And Chelsea retain possession here. So 27 minutes gone on the clock. Chelsea have been very dominant. Arsenal have had chances, but they've been very slim ones. Anyway, Lukaku into Kai Havertz. The space for Reece James is out there. Havertz plays a beautiful pass. Bit too much on it, though. It wasn't quite beautiful. And it goes out for an Arsenal throw-in. So like I was saying, Arsenal have had chances, but they haven't been clear-cut. They've been half chances, and they haven't really made the most of when they've had the ball. But Chelsea, obviously, they've scored the goal, Romelu Lukaku, and they have looked good going forward. They're not sloppy, Chelsea. When they go on the attack, they don't just loft balls forward. They pick out passes. Arsenal, yes, they do pick out passes, but it's almost like launch the ball long and hopefully someone will get a touch on it and create a chance for us. It's a different way of playing, but It's usually the team, obviously, who are the weaker team on paper who do that because they don't expect to have the ball for long, so they want to make the most of it when they have it. Anyway, Holding lost it forward to Pepe. Rudiger's rapid. I didn't know he's that quick, but he comes out and clears it out for an Arsenal friend. So that was a scenario, like I was saying. I can already tell Lukaku is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Yeah. Thing is, at Man United, he was a bit overweight. He's even said that himself, I'm pretty sure. And then he went over to Inter Milan. He was under Antonio Conte, who changed him into a better player. Like Conte made him more of a complete player. When he went to Italy, his assists went up as well as his goals. And obviously, he was playing the Inter Milan team where he worked and he gelled with the players. And then obviously, now he's back in England. You expect it to play well. £97 million. You pay £97 million for a player. You expect them to do well. And plus the fact he comes with goals. He's a proven goal scorer. Even when he was in the Premier League, he scored a decent amount for United. And obviously, he was brilliant at Everton and was probably their best player, in the last decade, Romelu Lukaku, based on pure goals and skill. He was a really good player. And then now back in England, like I've said, we'll see how it goes. But I expect him to do well, yeah, Jake. You're all right. He's going to be a tough striker to play against. But I'm interested to see, as a Liverpool fan, next weekend at Anfield, Liverpool versus Chelsea, 5:30 on a Saturday. Van Dijk versus Romelu Lukaku. That's going to be an interesting battle, Big, powerful Lukaku against big, powerful Van Dijk. We'll see who wins that. But anyway, Marcus Alonso driving forward now, plays it into Lukaku on the edge of the box, who shoots on his left foot and is blocked by Rob Holding. Jorginho. Oh, now Arsenal have retained possession. Saka driving forward at speed, easily stopped by Azpilicueta though. And now Chelsea have the ball. Havertz walking forward. Arsenal keeping their shape, not pressing. They don't want to give away any chances. Jorginho plays it back into Christensen. Christensen over to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta into Jorginho. Chelsea are just walking around the pitch, just like a training game. There's no intensity from Arsenal. But obviously, they know that if they press a bit too much, Chelsea will carve through them. And they've got the pace of Havertz and Mount to make runs in behind. And obviously, the fullbacks overlap them too. Rudiger into Mendy. Mendy, the goalkeeper. To be fair, though, Arsenal are keeping them pinned in a bit, but there's no pressure, and Chelsea are winning 1-0, so there's no rush for them to go forward. But although the best teams do like to get more goals, so it's pretty obvious, Mendy, bit of a dodgy pass, but it's out to Rudiger, bit of a weak one. Antonio Rudiger driving forward. But when I say driving, he's strolling forward, really. Oh, but he's given the ball away, but it's picked up by Kovacic. And now he's driving forward, plays it into Kai Havertz, driving through that midfield. Plays it out to Reece James, with this be a repeat of the first goal, into Lukaku, but slightly behind him. It comes out to Mason Mount. Ooh, Arsenal are quickly over there to try and block him from having any opportunities. Mason Mount cuts inside and goes for the goal, but it's a team effort in the end and claimed by Leno. That could have been a repeat of the first goal. Reece James has got a lot of space on that right-hand side. And it could be due to Kieran Tierney often gets high up the pitch. But if you're watching this game, you watch Arsenal. Kieran Tierney is a creative player for them, and he obviously creates a lot of chances. Whereas Cedric and the right-hand side stay back a bit more. And obviously Reece James is running right down that right-hand side now. So there's a lot of space, and that's where the goal came from. Anyway, Mendy's got the ball now again. See, it's not Chelsea dominant, but it is at the same time. They are dominant with the ball, but they aren't making too many clear-cut chances at the moment. Azpilicueta plays it into Reece James, into Christensen into Kovacic, who seems to be dropping a bit deeper than Jorginho, but maybe because he's got the legs, so he can drop in and then dart forward as well. Arsenal are in the bottom 3 if it stays like this, but it's only 2 games, obviously. Yeah, you are right. Arsenal will be in the bottom 3. But the thing is, like you said, 2 games in the season, Arsenal won't get relegated. You heard it here first. There could be jokes. There's going to be memes about Arsenal getting relegated, but they won't. It's simple as their team is too good to get relegated. And I know no one on planet Earth has ever said this Arsenal team is too good, but it is too good to get relegated. And people must have said that. Because when you've got players like Saka, Smith Rowe, Tierney, Aubameyang, Pepe, Martinelli, it's not championship players, and it's not obviously relegated players. And if you look at the Arsenal team as a whole and the structure of Arsenal, they will never get relegated. The manager would be gone. If they were in the bottom 3 or in and around, let's say October, November time, Arteta's gone. There's never going to be any doubt that Arsenal are going to stay in the league. But obviously, it depends where they finish. If they can get top 10, fair play. But Brighton could be a real proposition this season. Thing is with Brighton is they've got a solid defence. They've got a unit of Webster, Dunk, and Duffy. And then they've got Lamptey when he comes back. And then on the other side, they've got another wing back. And then they've got Basuma and Lallana in the midfield. Basuma, who was brilliant yesterday, and obviously Lallana, experienced player. And then they've got Mopé, Trossard, etc. in attack. But the thing is, Brighton last season kept loads of clean sheets. I think it was the 4th or the 5th most in the Premier League for a team that finished, 15th in the end. That is ridiculously good. But they lacked scoring goals. And unless Mopé steps up to the plate this season, they might have the same problem. But he's already got 2 and 2. But I still think they need to bring in another striker. It can give them another option going forward and maybe a different striker to Mopé. Because Mopé's small, dynamic, makes runs in behind. Maybe get someone who's a bit more of a physical presence who they can loft the ball up to as like a target man. I know it's not really Brighton's style of play because Brighton are more pass and move. But if they had another striker who could get them, 10, 15 goals, they could easily get 10th in the league. I don't reckon pushing the top 10, but they could get 10th. They are a good team. And yeah, they are doing well so far. I do rate Brighton as a side. And I did put them, going back a season or 2 ago to get relegated. But I just think they struggled to pick up points. And that was because of the lack of goal scoring. But if they sort out their goal scoring problems, they're easily staying in the division. Their defence is sound. Their defence is quality, especially for that sort of team. Anyway, Mount's got the ball now. He plays it out to Reece James. And Reece James is in and he shoots. And it's 2-0 to Chelsea. The young English right back, Reece James, opened a scoring with an assist for Lukaku. And now he's got a goal himself. Brilliant strike. Mason Mount found him in space on that right-hand side and just easily blasted it past Leno. Like I've been saying, there is so much space on that side for Chelsea to attack. Tierney was nowhere to be seen in that situation. And yes, I know he goes forward and creates a lot of chances, but he was nowhere to be seen. He was more, right. Arsenal were playing very narrow. Tierney was it was like they were almost trying to double up on Lukaku and Mount. And yeah, it left all the space in the world for Reece James to just stick it in the back of the net. Shame it's not Kai Havertz though, because he's in my fantasy team, but you expected him to put that away because obviously attacking fullbacks. Let's see if anyone wants to come on the stream. I've texted Harvey. I've texted AFC Joe, but none of them have replied yet. So, we'll have to see if they come on the stream because AFC Joe's an Arsenal fan. Be interesting to get his opinions. And obviously, Harvey is a Tottenham fan. And we were going to get a Chelsea fan on, but he is away, so we can. First goal for Reece James in nearly a year. But fair play to the lad. He's played well this game. And if you have him in your fantasy team, if you have Reece James in your fantasy team, points galore, mate. You're going to get 3 points for the assist. You're going to get 6 for the goal. That's already 9. If he plays the full 90 minutes, you're going to get 11. And then if he keeps the clean sheet, you're going to get 17. And if he takes all 3 bonus points, you're going to get 20. So at the moment, if it stays like it is, Reece James will probably get 20 points. Probably, almost definitely going to get you 20 points. So fair play to who's got Reece James in their team. But it's only 35 minutes in. He could get booked. He could obviously throw away the clean sheet along with the Chelsea defence. But even if he did, let's say Chelsea won 2-1 and Reece James still got... say Reece James got 0 bonus points just out of interest. If you just mark it on his assist in his goal and play 90 minutes, it's going to get you 11 points. So he's already got you 11 points in the bag, guaranteed. Unless, obviously, he gets a red card or a yellow card, and then it's 9 points. Or gets substituted, and then 8. But he's still going to get you a large chunk amount of points. So anyone who's got Reece James in their team, if the game's stopped now, they're sorted. If the game goes to 90 minutes, they're sorted. Bit of a waffle in there, but you know what I'm saying. So far, Chelsea have had 9 shots, 3 on target. And Arsenal have 2 shots, 1 on target. So Chelsea have dominated the ball, but like I said, only 3 shots on target, but 2 of them have ended up in the back of the net. And then Arsenal have had 1 shot on target, and that was one in the opening few minutes when Smith Rowe tried to blast it in the bottom corner. And my prediction's gone out the window. My prediction was Arsenal won, Chelsea won, because I thought Arsenal always do well against Chelsea, but maybe this is the game where Chelsea now say, no, we're not losing at the Emirates, we're going to get the dub, and we're going to get the win. So who knows? Anyway, let's see if Harvey Maggs or FC Joe will come on the stream. I don't think either of them will, but you never know. We might get lucky and one of them might come on. But at the moment, no. None of them are coming on at the moment. But we will try. We'll try. We'll keep going, lads. We'll keep going. And if you enjoy the stream, hit the like button. And obviously, if you haven't subscribed, go hit the subscribe button. Because we are trying to grow. We are slowly growing, but we are trying to grow on this channel. And see if we can get to a certain goal, maybe 200 subscribers by the end of the year. It may sound like a lot, but it also may sound like a little. Arsenal equals banter club. To be fair, you're not wrong there, mate. They are looking like a banter club. And like I was saying at the start of the video, Arsenal, and let's give an example of a team like Wolves. They're probably equally as good in the quality of players they have. Like, if you did a combined Arsenal and a combined Wolves 11, they probably have a similar amount of Arsenal and a similar amount of Wolves players. But because Wolves isn't as big team as Arsenal, nowhere near, they haven't got the same history and the tradition as Arsenal. No one says, oh, Wolves are this, that, and the other. But because Arsenal were once one of the greatest teams in the Premier League with Henry, Vieira, Bergkamp, and now they're this. That's why a lot of people, that's why a lot of people say, call them banter clubs. But yeah, that was a close chance right there. Smith Rowe was lunging for the ball, and he almost got there. He almost did. And then Mendy sort of made a meal out of that. I don't know what he's doing. It was, all right, so they played through. It came out to Tierney, back in, deflected off Reece James. Jorginho backwards headed it, and Smith Rowe was like lunging and almost like just stuck his leg out, full tilt. Like, not like that, but like full tilt like that. And then obviously Mendy went down and he sort of like scurried along to try and get the ball. It was a weird one. But anyway, Chelsea on the attack now. Havertz driving forward. Plays it to Mason Mount. Mason Mount one-on-one. Oh, skips past Mari. Skips past him again. Dinks the ball in. Oh, just narrowly over Havertz and Lukaku's head. It was close to being 3-0 Chelsea within inside 40 minutes. And then you can almost say game over then. And Arsenal fans probably go, turn off the TV. Let's just go upstairs and just do something else because I'm there fuming furious. Ooh, narrowly. I thought Havertz was going to get his head in it, and then I thought, nah, well, Havertz ain't going to go on it. Lukaku is. But to be fair, Lukaku and Havertz, they're similar in the height, so and jumping ability as well. So I guess if one of them's not going to get it, neither is the other. I'll be round my friend's house next weekend watching the City game, as he is an Arsenal fan, and I'm a City fan. Fair enough, mate. Your friend's an Arsenal fan. What is his opinions on Arteta? Just out of interest, because some Arsenal fans go, Arteta, he's all right. I think Arteta's all right. I know I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I don't have like a passionate opinion about him, but I don't think he's a bad manager. I just think maybe the recruitment at Arsenal's not right. They're not bringing in the right players. And I don't know, maybe there's not the right attitude in the squad. There's no real players who are going to take the team by the scruff of the neck and drive forward and continue into... was that a penalty to Arsenal? No, it's not. The ref goes no, but Saka ended up on the ground. But yeah, and then other Arsenal fans go, no, Arteta, we're not going anywhere. We're staying in the same place with Arteta. We need a manager who's got more experience and is not a B-Tech Pep Guardiola. Well, even that. People thought it would be Pep Guardiola. Oh, that was nice from Pepe, nutmeg and Aspilicueta. But people thought Arteta would be not a B-Tech Pep Guardiola. Well, yeah, in a way, but almost play a similar style of football because he was Arsenal's assistant head coach. Arsenal's Man City's assistant head coach. Sorry, I was just looking at this to see if Arsenal are going to get a penalty. They have checked it, and it looks like the penalty isn't going to stand. It was Reece James, though, so that will penalise him. And I think if you give away a penalty, it's -2 or -3. So it's going to deduct Reece James's points if this is a penalty. But no, it doesn't look like it is. Nope. No penalty. Although Saka did go to ground and Reece James's tackle was a bit tenacious. No penalty. And now it's Nicola Pepe ready to take the corner here for Arsenal in front of the away end. The Chelsea fans probably said, oh, you waste your money. Come on, get on with it. But there's a bit of scuffle in the penalty area. What is going on? Mendy, Aspilicueta, Jorginho, Martinelli, Xhaka. Obviously, Xhaka's got to be involved with this. He always is. And same with Aspilicueta, really. They're quite funny bunch. Anyway, skips away. Pepe plays the ball in. Headed clear. And now Mount boots it clear. No one's up there for Chelsea. That's weird. They had everyone back for the corner. I thought they might leave someone up top just as like an outlet. Like Liverpool always leave Salah as an attacking outlet from corners. So I don't know if we can catch them on the counter-attack. But no. Anyway, play back in. Kieran Tierney. Back to Bern Leno. This has not been a good 40 minutes for Arsenal. They have been completely dominated by Chelsea. And obviously the scoreline says that as well. 2-0. You might want to change the score on the... Oh, yeah. You reminded me about that. Let's have a look. Thank you there, Jake, mate. Let's have a look online, on the Premier League app or something, and see when the second goal went in. So if we have a look here, the second goal went in by Reece James in minute 35. And it was a Mason Mount assist, for any of you guys wondering. So... Space, James, brackets, minute 35. Perfect. There you go. Cheers, Jake, mate. So now you look, Arsenal nil. Oh, yeah, not quite yet. We haven't quite done it just yet, lads. Give me a second there. Give me a second. There we go. That's how we like it. Arsenal nil, Chelsea 2. Wait for it. Arsenal nil, Chelsea 2. Lukaku in the 15th minute and James in the 35th. And Reece James got the assist for Lukaku's goal, and obviously Mason Mount got the assist for Reece James's goal. It's raining there. Cold, bitter, wet day at the Emirates, and Arsenal are losing. It's not pleasant. But here's an Arsenal corner now. Reece James, he has played well so far. It might be a bit of a debatable penalty decision, and then probably the pundits will look at that at halftime. But did I think it was a penalty? No, not really. But at the same time, to be honest, I was just waffling while I was watching the penalty, so I wasn't really thinking too much into it. But anyway, Nicola Pepe about to take the corner here. How does the audio sound? Let me just say, how does the audio sound? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it all right? And goes in. All falls out to Cedric on the edge of the area. Whips a ball in. Back stick. Pablo Mari. Rob Holding. Ooh. Rudiger caught in possession there almost. Marcus Alonso hoofs it down the pitch. And it is out for an Arsenal throw. And Arsenal almost got in there. Rob Holding almost scored some striker's goal. He was on the turn, losing a volley in the back of the net. Oh, Marcus Alonso's now on the ground, and Rudiger's having a go at him. Rudiger, he's an interesting character, Rudiger. Oh, yellow card for Rob Holding. Interesting character, Rudiger. The order is good, mate. No worries, Jake. Cheers. But yeah, he's an interesting character to say the least. Sorry. Cedric got the ball out on the right-hand side, booted it in. Pablo Mari, and Holding almost finished it like a striker then. It's close. Show dividers Rudiger, and then comes in flying in on Marcus Alonso. Yeah, that is a foul. Comes in, studs up. We didn't even touch him. Hang on a minute. Did he even touch him there? I don't think he did. It didn't look from that angle like he got a touch on Marcus Alonso, Rob Holding. That's an interesting one. But he got booked and now play has resumed. Well, just as about to with the goal kick. It was an interesting one. Interesting. Anyway, Edouard Mendy raises one arm, the left arm. Don't know what that means. It must mean something. And he's getting ready to hoof the ball up the pitch. Douche! 2 minutes added on here at halftime. Headed away by the Conga. He's a new signing. I don't know too much about him, but he looks like quite a good player. But then obviously a lot of these Arsenal players look quite good, but they never seem to function as a team. Anyway, Bukayo Saka's played in by Kieran Tierney. Not really through on goal, but he's played in the attacking sense. Now he plays it. Beautiful ball into Xhaka, who tries to think of ball in, and it is out for an Arsenal corner. 1.5 minutes ago, till half-time, Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. Has been a pretty much a dominant performance from Chelsea so far. Arsenal have had very little chances, but to be fair, in the last 5-10 minutes, they have sort of grew into the game a little bit more and so on and so forth. Anyway, we'll see how this goes right now. Come on, lads. What's going to happen here? Oh, this corner. Big time. Big time for Arsenal. If they can get a goal before half-time, you know, what the FIFA commentators say. Get a goal before half-time, sits well in the camp. Pepe retrieved the ball from the corner. Whips, was about to, fakes it. Back to Lokonga. Lokonga, strolling. What's happened there? Oh, it's offside. He came from an offside position, and it is a free kick to Chelsea. Arsenal fans must be fuming. I'll be back in a bit. Just going to the toilet. No worry, mate. No worry. We are live now. We must update that somewhere, that we are live. Let's see if Harvey Maggs is going to come on at all. On the stream, Harvey Maggs might want to come on, just have a little chat with us, give his opinions and thoughts on the game. You know, Tottenham fan. He's not really going to be biased because he dislikes both teams, so there's no bias here involved. It's not like he hates one and likes the other. Anyway, let's put this there quickly so we can see if there's any messages coming in. Anyway, Bukayo Saka battling with Mason Mount. It is out for an Arsenal throw-in. Is that Mount or is that on the right side? I think it is. Yeah, it is. It is Mason Mount. All right, so halftime whistle goes. So Romelu Lukaku opening the scoring in the 15th minute on his Chelsea Premier League debut. Yes, I know he's played for Chelsea before, but the new signing on his re-arrival debut, if that's a word. And then obviously in the 35th minute, Reece James, who assisted Romelu Lukaku's goal, got the second. And it's a really good performance from him in the first half of Reece James. So far, probably man of the match. There was a debatable decision. Did he foul Bukayo Saka in the penalty box? I don't think he did. But, well, to be honest, I don't really know. But it wasn't a penalty and the game continues. But yeah, an interesting half. thoroughly dominant from Chelsea and a good one for them as well. Another disappointing half of football for Arsenal fans. They're probably sat behind the sofa now. There's probably a lot of people tuning in into AFTV to hear the halftime team talk. Not the halftime team talk, sorry, the halftime talk of the AFTV lot. I'm no Arsenal fan, so I don't have any passionate opinions about that. I just give my opinions from an outside point of view as a Liverpool fan. But let's see if we can get Harvey Maggs on. Come on. We want Harvey Maggs. We want an opinion on here at halftime to see if they want to come along and chat on the stream. Let's give him a question mark, Just say, come on. You want to come on. You want to come on the stream. Come on for halftime. We'll tell him that. Come on for halftime to have a chat about the first half. There we go. Send that off. AFC Joe hasn't come on. He's probably fuming. He's probably absolutely fuming. For a bit, mate. For a bit. Come on to give your views on the first half. Be interesting to see from an Arsenal point of view, because I'm a neutral point of view, so I don't really have too much to say. But why have I got all this rubbish on there? Anyway, let's have a look at this. Yep. So, interesting first half. Like I said, thoroughly dominant, and there's not too much to say really, bar Lukaku has opened his Chelsea account, re-returning. And it's an interesting one as well, because the goal could have been stopped, but at the same time, it's one of those goals that you see happen quite a lot. Reece James, he had the opportunity to drive down that right side. Kieran Tierney wasn't there. And Pablo Mari, who looks like he has been man-marking Romelu Lukaku the whole game, and he's done a decent job. Romelu Lukaku shrugged him off, ran through, and then it was an easy tap-in the end. And obviously then Chelsea sort of grew into the game. 35th minute, Reece James came up. Once again, the abundance of space on that right-hand side, just blasted it past Leno for 2-0. And then from the 35th minute that Reece James scored in to half-time, Arsenal didn't play bad. They were all right. They were creating chances. And they were playing decently well. He's in the car at the moment, apparently. AFC Joe, but we could get him on at some point and we could give his opinions. Because, Arsenal fans' opinions are better than my opinions. Although, I think you should subscribe. I do like the stream because, I do enjoy doing them. But AFC Joe, Arsenal fan. I'm a Liverpool fan. He will give his opinions passionately. I'm just taking a backseat, I'm a passenger here. I'm watching this game as a Liverpool fan thinking, Chelsea do look good and we play them next weekend. And I don't really want to play them next weekend. But can we have a go at them? If Arsenal are seeing cracks in that Chelsea defence and not punishing them, maybe Liverpool might. I'll join back. Just got to go for my dinner. No worries. Let's ask her, when do you reckon you can come on? When do you reckon you can come on stream? Come on stream. There we go. Send that in. And then let's see if is Harvey going to answer his thing. Come on, Mr. Maggs. Answer. You want to come on. Let's give him a call. Call the Harvey Maggs right now. Wait for him. We'll see if he answers. Wait for it. Contact in. Can't hear it ringing. Can't hear it ringing at all. Nothing yet. Nothing at the moment. He's probably watching the sofa with his dad, Fair play to that. He's watching it with his family. But I'm here by myself, so, I'm watching it on the stream. Come on, Harvey. Come on. Do you want to answer the phone? You want to answer the phone. You want to answer the phone. You want to. No, he's not answering. We had this problem. We'll ring him on normal phone because we had this problem yesterday. I was trying to call him and it just wouldn't go through. And he called me on Instagram. Let's see if we can call him here.
Let's go mobile voicemail.
Whoa. Do you hear that? Straight to voicemail. I don't think we had a chance of getting anything from Harvey Maggs this evening. Let's text Joe and see if he wants to come on for that halftime team talk. He is a Liverpool fan as well. You wanna come on stream? You want to come on stream? There we go, sent in that. So it's interesting to see what happens in the second half and see how the game plays out, because obviously Chelsea had the 2-goal advantage, but like I said, Arsenal didn't look too bad near the latter stages of that first half. So you never know if they get a lucky goal or if they create a really good chance and a really good opening and score, they could get back into the game. But I think if Chelsea score the third, the game's done. The game's probably done now. But if Chelsea score a third, I think the game's done. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, so yes, here's the goal. Reece James had all the time in the world, plays it in, and Lukaku taps it in. Lukaku looks too good. Yeah, to be fair, I was saying, Oscar, at the start that he is man marking. Pablo Mari is man marking Lukaku, but in the situation of where Lukaku scored the goal, Mari just got completely shoved off the ball. Totally done there. Look, play Lukaku, plays it into Kovacic, plays it out wide to Reece James. Reece James plays it across goal, and then Lukaku, easy tap in. And then Pablo Mari goes to the ground like he was appealing for a foul, but Lukaku just, called as you like, taps it in the back of the net. Interesting. See how it goes. When we play them, we could do with Fab just cutting the pass opportunity midfield. Yeah, that's a fair shout because if you think about it, Lukaku loves to have the ball to his feet and turn and run. Although he did say in the interview he does like the ball in behind, but he does like the ball to his feet to turn in behind and stick it in the back of the net. But Romelu Lukaku, if we limit the passes to him with Fabinho cutting him out into midfield, you never know. We might be able to limit how well Chelsea attack. And how did Arsenal not get a pen? Let's have a look here. I need to have a second look at this and see how it goes. So Saka came in. Well, yeah. No, I'd say that's probably a pen. It's not a stone wall pen, but I reckon it is a penalty because Bukayo Saka totally wiped out. Reece James didn't get one touch on that ball, and it just went in. And it was an easy. It should have been a penalty though, but VAR looked at it and they said no penalty. And maybe it sort of links into this season. VAR did say that, and the referees, that they are going to let games run more and they're not going to stop for little things like that. But in my opinion, you've got to stop them. Right, Klopp says this. I don't agree with him necessarily, but if you want to watch this, you may as well watch the rest of the match. And I can see where he's coming from. But at the same time, I do like the game to flow, but I can agree with him when it should be stopped for clear-cut things. But yeah, we told the Arsenal fans to shush. They're not going to like that. They'll be off ranting on about that on Twitter later, or just anything. Second half live. A lot of people are probably not watching this stream, but instead tuning into AFTV. But fair enough if you want to tune into AFTV. But, the best content is always here on the FPL Skills channel. This is where the best content is. Sorry, guys, just checking my phone about something. But we'll see what happens here. We didn't get Harvey on. We didn't get AFC Jump. Who could we get? Anyone else want to come on the stream? Just saying. Anyone want to come on the stream? Like, just come on there. I'll send you the code. DM me on Instagram, and you can come on and give your voice, your opinions. Anyone want to come on the stream? Anyone wanna come on the stream? Let's ask this guy. You wanna come on my stream for a bit, mate? So yeah, we can ask someone if he wants to come on the stream. Also, yeah, you said that. You want to come on the stream on the way back from Watford, so I won't be on the tool. Oh. Okay. All right. No FC Joe. I'm sorry, lads. He's on the way back from Watford. Why is he coming back from Watford when Arsenal playing Chelsea? He's probably furious, but I wonder why. And you can't go on, and he can't go on in the cars. Can't get hold of Harvey. Trying to get hold of Harvey is like trying to get hold of a brick wall. Don't get answers, but then when you do get hold of Harvey, it's like talking to, I don't know, a water gun. Just keep coming at you, spraying you. Not like that, but they keep coming at you. Oh. No, hot and sweaty. No, got a... Oh. It's hot. It's like, you don't understand. It's like being under, I don't know, some hydroelectric bulb. Anyway, clean yourself a little bit. And we're ready to go. So let's have a look at this. Second half opinion, second half thoughts on the game. Type in the chat. No one in it. No one in it. No one's in the chat. 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 No one's in the chat at the moment. If you're in the chat, type something, like and subscribe. If you're also new to the channel, let's have a look. Let's come over here a second. See what is going on. See what's happening. Up the Chelsea. I see you're happy. I see you're happy, mate. I see you're happy with this. The thing is, I was just saying then that Chelsea did look good for the majority of the game. Obviously, Lukaku scored in the 15th minute, and then Reece James scored in the 35th. But for the last 10 minutes of that first half, Chelsea were under the cosh a little bit, and Arsenal was creating chances, and they could have scored. So we'll see how that goes in the second half. Sorry, guys. I'm just checking something on here real fast whilst it's halftime on my phone. See if anyone else can come on at all onto the stream for a little bit. Let's give them a little. Let's ask someone something. They look like Jake Paul playing for Crystal Palace. Then don't know why. Don't ask me why. Just thought he did. I thought he did look briefly like it. But bit, mate. There we go. So we're asking a few other people. So we got how much longer until the second half starts? Should start any time now, and we'll see how it goes. Along with obviously Reece James and Lukaku in the team. The thing is, those two players are pivotal for the way Chelsea attack. Reece James is a constant threat down that right hand side. So I guess we could see. Let's have a look. There we go. So right, second half's about to start here. Next second half live, they say. Why is no one coming on the stream? What do I have to do to get someone on the stream? What do I have to do to get someone on the stream? What do I have to do to get someone on the stream? Someone on the stream. Eating. Right, they got McDonald's adverts, you know. They just promote McDonald's, you know. They're like, oh, not quite nothing like Muck Delivery, but it's all supposed to be what's it called? Healthy eating, that is. Piss off Asna. It's this Arsenal mate, Jude, come on. If you want to come on a second half, just obviously DM me and I'll send you the link. But you're probably very happy with that performance. I was saying in the first half that Chelsea did look very good in the opening 35 minutes up until the Reece James goal. And then for like the last 10 minutes, Arsenal were playing well. And obviously they could have had the penalty and they would create chances, but they didn't take them. And if Chelsea get a third, I think the game's all over. But anyway, second half live now, underway. Jorginho into Christensen. Christensen out wide to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta into Reece James. Reece James into Jorginho, back to Reece James, back to Azpilicueta at the moment, over to Mendy in goal between the sticks. What's happening with Ariza Balaga at the moment? I don't even know what he's done. Anyway, Christensen out wide to Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger into Mason Mount. Mount into, who's that right there? Is that Kovacic? I think no changes from either team, I don't think, in this second half. The Conga and Xhaka in the midfield. Pepe, Smith Rowe, and Saka as the attacking three. And Martinelli as the lone striker up top. Anyway, Reece James marauding down this side again into Mount. Back to Reece James, back to Mount, back to James, into Azpilicueta. Reece James again with the ball. Plays it into Lukaku. He turns to Jorginho, over to Havertz. Havertz into Kovacic. Chelsea knocking it around quite nicely at the moment and starting the second half off very well. Rudiger into Christensen. Over to Azpilicueta. Just still knocking it around just inside the Arsenal half. They're trying to find an opening. They're trying to fashion an opening and see how it goes. Azpilicueta into Jorginho. Jorginho into Kovacic. Kovacic over to Rudiger. Rudiger over to, who's that right there? Christensen. And back over to Azpilicueta. Not much too going on at the moment. Azpilicueta fizzes it into Lukaku. He turns, plays it to Mason Mount. Challenge on the edge of the box. Referee says no penalty, no free kick. It's picked up by Reece James again. Plays it over to Kovacic. Plays a beautiful pass through to Azpilicueta into Romelu Lukaku. And he's in. And Lukaku, he's trying to weave his way through. Ooh, cleared out for a Chelsea throw-in. Could have been a corner then. Very tight, very tight, very tight. It was interesting though right there. It was like Arsenal retain possession and then they just give it away. You can't keep giving the ball away and giving Chelsea chances. They'll punish you. Jorginho on the ball right now. Into Azpilicueta. All back over to Christensen. Back to Azpilicueta and back to Mendy, who has found himself halfway inside Chelsea's own half. He's almost like playing like a centre-back then. Over to Rudiger. Back to Mendy in goal. Back out to Rudiger. And just knocking it around quite nicely at the moment, Chelsea. Havertz. Haven't seen too much of him. He's been the quietest out of all of the front three. Mount obviously got the assist. Lukaku got the goal. And they have been a bit more active. Havertz has almost sort of been a bystander. And if I want anyone, I don't want Chelsea to win. I say it here first. But if I want anyone to score and get me points, it's going to be Havertz because he's in my fantasy team. Jorginho pushed over there by the Arsenal players. And it is a free kick to Chelsea. It is weird. I know maybe the Emirates hasn't quite filled up yet because of the half time, but they can see a lot of empty seats right there. And that's not a good sign. I know Arsenal aren't at the peak of their powers, but you should still want to support your team in a game of the magnitude of this. Anyway, Christensen. Ooh, where's he going to go? Where's he going to go? Driving forward. Skips through the Arsenal midfield as well. Plays it over to, who's that? Alonso. So the thing is, I look at the Arsenal team, I all think they all want to try for the shirt, but they don't work well as a team. It's just a bit of lack of urgency as well. Holding into Cedric, back to Holding. Oh yeah, and also Jude, if you're still in here and you can hear me, what is your opinions on the departure of Tammy Abraham? Do you think it is a good decision by Chelsea or a bad decision? Just out of interest. Rob Holding has gone skinhead as well. He's trying to be like Nat Phillips. You could try, but he's not going to. There, you heard it here first. The Conga. Back into Holding. Blocked. Kovacic. Plays it into Mason Mount. Back to Kovacic. I shouldn't be saying that. I'm not even a fan. Christian Azpilicueta back into Kovacic. Plays a beautiful ball into Lukaku, who spins, turns on that left foot. Blocked by Pablo Mari, who was doing very well in man marking him there. He didn't give him a chance to turn and take the shot off. And obviously, when he managed to get the shot off in the end, he did a good block. Havertz cuts inside. Kai Havertz shoots. Blocked. Booted clear by Arsenal. And is it going to be retained by Chelsea? Tierney driving forward. Look at him go. He's an absolute machine. Look at him go. He's zooming. Oh, back to Mendy. So there's a bit of loose control. Oh, keeps it under control there. Well done. Good there from Chelsea. But Tierney, I've never seen a man move so quick. He was off like a steam train down that left-hand side. Anyway, lofted up forward. Tried to find Lukaku. Clears. Tierney heads it forward. Touch. Beautiful layoff. Emil Smith Rowe. I thought he was an on goal then, but he wasn't. It was offside. How far was the offside? Was it a clear offside? It didn't look like it, but could have got a chance then to put the ball in the back of the net. We might see Aubameyang in the second half. We might well see him. Anyway, Azpilicueta into Kai Havertz. Christensen, sorry. What did I say him? Mendy. boots out forward. Romelu Lukaku uses his body well, but Pablo Mari tackles him into Xhaka. Xhaka dispossessed by Mount, but Holding retrieves it, plays it to Pepe. It's like a pinball machine at the moment. Kovacic turns into Emil Smith-Rowe, who gets brought down on the edge of the box. Anyway, Chelsea on the attack now. Marauding forward is Marcos Alonso, but that's going to be easily claimed by Cedric, who plays it back to Leno in goal. I don't want to come watch streams. Back to Leno in goal. So, at the moment, it is a tense game. You know, we'll do this, you know, get more of me involved, you know. Oh, what's this on the screen? We don't want that. That's better. That's a bit more towards my angle. But anyway, Lokonga has the ball right here. Plays it out wide. Ball into the box. Cleared by Rudiger for an Arsenal corner. 51 minutes on the clock. Still 2-0 Chelsea. Arsenal fans saying, come on. Play better. And then new number 10, Emil Smith-Rowe, is probably their biggest goal threat. Anyway, back up to Pepe. Tries to play a ball in. Cleared by Mount. Retrieved by Lokonga. Lokonga plays the ball out into... Ooh. There's laying on the ground. He looks hurt. Saka shoots. Oh, what a shot by Bukayo Saka. Tips over the bar by Edouard Mendy. It's out for another Arsenal corner. Arsenal have been peppering at the Chelsea goal this half. But Saka, what a strike. I know it did get a tight deflection on it, but it was a hefty strike by the young man. Someone was on the ground for Arsenal, but I think they're back on their feet now. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So, Saka on the ball right here. See that we're coming more into the light, you know, the frame of the thing. What do we get the better angles at? Too dark. Saka on the ball right now. Bukayo Saka driving forward. Cuts back. Oh, what's he doing? Tries to wiggle his way through. Chelsea throw it, free kick right inside their own half on the right hand side. So not too much has gone on so far. Arteta just waving his arm around about something or other. Out wide to Christensen. Into Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta on the ball now. Into Reece James. Oh, Lukaku uses his body well. Shields the ball. Plays it into Reece James, who knocks it into Havertz. Havertz on the turn over to Antonio Rudiger right now. Rudiger marauding forward. Plays it back into... Who is that? I can't see that Donny is. Plays it back over to Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta over to Rudiger. Rudiger again over here on this right-hand side. Antonio Rudiger plays it over to Azpilicueta. Jorginho. Chelsea are just knocking it around at the moment. There isn't really too much going on. Edouard Mendy. What's he going to do? Plays it over to Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger into... Who is that? Kai Havertz. Back over to Alonso. Back to Havertz. It's like a little give and go right now between those two. Jorginho under pressure from the Arsenal players. But Chelsea, I haven't seen them loft it forward once. They can't confidently passing it around. Fair play to them. They don't want to get the ball away. They don't want to do anything stupid with it. And in the end, it goes out for a Chelsea throw. Really good play there, though. They didn't commit. They didn't hoof balls forward. You know, they kept it under control and try and retain possession for as long as possible. Okay, he's going forward now. Jorginho, lovely play. Cuts back onto his foot. Plays it into Kai Havertz, who's got space. Havertz on the turn. Plays it out to Mason Mount. Mason Mount into Reece James. Reece James now driving forward. Reece James on looking for Azpilicueta. Kai Havertz is in space. So is Romelu Lukaku, has a swing at it, and it's headed out for an Arsenal Chelsea corner. Arsenal once again under pressure from this rampant Chelsea attack. Lukaku almost had another goal for himself there. It was slightly behind Havertz, although he was saying, pass to me. So we'll see what happens. So 54 minutes on the clock right now, so I guess we'll see what goes on. Anyway, Reece James, Kai Havertz. So Mason Mount's going to take the corner. The young Chelsea lad about to take the corner here. So you ready to play the ball in? Here we go. Here we go. Here he goes. Plays it in. Headed clear. Back out to Kai Havertz, who heads it back to Mason Mount, who touches it. Plays it to Kai Havertz. Back to Mount. Back to Havertz. Back to Mount. Into Jorginho. Into Havertz. Into Jorginho. Back out to Kai Havertz. Brilliant play from Chelsea right here. Arsenal. Oh, brilliant play there from Arsenal. Smith Rowe, who set up the pitch. But then it's retained by a Chelsea player again. There is no escape for Arsenal. They are pinned in their own half at their own ground against Chelsea. That is not something you want to do. Be pinned in your own half by one of your biggest rivals. Rudiger on the ball now. Be an interesting game, Tottenham versus Chelsea, Arsenal this season, because I do think Tottenham are a better team, but I mean, they're not much difference between the two, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, Jorginho on the ball now. Tries to play through Romelu Lukaku. He's chasing it, but it's going to be claimed by Leno. I don't know how much pace Lukaku's got. He's always been a quick lad, but I don't know how quick he actually is. That's the thing. So I hope, if Chelsea win, just please let it be Kai Havertz get a goal or an assist, because, I want those fantasy points. So, boof, Burn Leno, sit down. And is he offside, Nicola Pepe? Yes, he is. He was just stood offside. Why did he not stay in his own half? And the Arsenal fans are not happy. They're sat there with their rain jackets on. They're thinking, what is going on here? We are once again losing in a football match. It almost feels like Arsenal lose more times than they win. I don't think they do, but an Arsenal win feels like a rarity. Lukaku to Mount. Mount shoots! Narrowly wide. Kai Havertz said, you should have played it to me, and maybe you should have. But it doesn't matter, because it's still 2-0 to Chelsea. And Arsenal, I don't know how much fight they got left in them. Good ball over to Reece James. Plays it into Lukaku. Lays it off to Mason Mount. To be fair, you can't blame him for shooting. He had all the time in the world then to pick his spot, but he didn't put it in the net. Lokonga driving forward. Oh, now Chelsea have won the ball back again, but it's a free kick to Arsenal. Oh, Holding kicking out. Martinelli on the ground. What is going on here? It's all kicking off. It's all kicking off, lads. It's all kicking off. If I upgrade and get some top quality webcam, we might get some more viewers, A top quality studio class webcam. But P's, and I want to say my P's for other things. Anyway, on the ball now. Cedric. No, it's not. Xhaka. Jorginho. Kovacic twisting, turning Alonso into Jorginho. Jorginho marauding forward. Easily got by Pablo Mari, and Lokonga's now attacking. So Konga into Emil Smith Rowe. Out to Cedric, who has pinged my phone. Ooh, Arsenal so bad. Yeah, again, people saying Arsenal, how poor they are playing, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Anyway, back to Leno in between the sticks. Leno into Xhaka, back over to Leno again. Leno, hoofs out the pitch. I predicted the future, there, right there. Didn't do much of that. Anyway, Martinelli. Brilliant defending, and he is out for an Arsenal corner. And the Arsenal fans are clapping. Not much motivation, but they are clapping because they do know that their team could well and truly get back into this game if they try. But that's the question. If buts are maybe, you know what I'm saying? The ball goes back into the box. Who's going to take this once again? Pepe on the corners. It looks like Aubameyang's getting ready to come on. See if he can create something for Arsenal. And let's see what happens here. Anyway, the Arsenal corner goes in. Pepe. Ball goes in. Pablo Mari at the back stick. Rob Holding. Oh, narrowly wide. I thought it ended up in the back of the net. So close to being Arsenal 1, Chelsea 2. But still Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. Really, really close from Rob Holding right there. Pablo Mari, I think it is, at the back seat, heads it across goal. You've got to be scoring that. You have got to be scoring that. As centre-backs are usually good at heading. So narrowly past the post. That's got to end up in the back of the net. Why people are leaving the stream, I don't know, because I'm not interesting enough for you. Rob Holding so close there. So close. Anyway, Reece James on the ball now. Reece James, hoof. Kieran Tierney, hoof. Booted out the pitch by someone else. Touchdown by Kai Havertz. Heads it on. Lokonga is there. He's played well this game, to be fair to Lokonga. He's not a bad player. Using his physicality. Pushed off the ball by Havertz. But it is a free kick to Arsenal. And Havertz going... No, Havertz. Havertz, you're going to get yourself butt, mate. You're in my fantasy team. Why are you going to get yourself a yellow card? You're in my fantasy team. Don't you be an idiot. Holding the ball like that. What are you doing? It may have not been a foul, but your team are winning 2-0. I like an Arsenal fan raging, I know. Travago. Chelsea Travago. How down Travago? Travago. All right, in comes Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And off comes... Who's coming off for Aubameyang? Bukayo Saka. The man must have something, an injury or something, because he is their star man, Bukayo Saka. But you should be... Arsenal fans should be happy that Aubameyang's coming on, because he's a decent player. But how much of a decent player is he? Maybe there's something going on behind the scenes we don't know of between Arteta and Aubameyang. Who knows? But he's given back the captain's arm at Aubameyang, and if he turns this game and scores 2 goals, he'd be loved on Arsenal turf. Anyway, Aubameyang is now playing that role as the lone striker. Looks like Martinelli's been shifted out to the left in place of the substituted and departed onto the bench, Bukayo Saka. Anyway, Aubameyang gets bullied right off the ball on the opening day. On the opening game, Arsenal fans are what are you doing? On his first minute on the pitch, wins it back in midfield, but it's a free kick. Oh, they're peeling now. They're thinking, how are we not getting free kicks against us, but we're getting free kicks? How are Chelsea getting all these free kicks and we're not getting all these free kicks? Interesting what he's saying. Interesting. Yeah. So we're coming on, and it's ticking on. The time is ticking on. 61 minutes on the clock, nearly 62 now, and now Chelsea on the attack. Marcus Alonso. He's shielding it out, and the Chelsea fans applauding as it's another Chelsea throw. And literally, this whole of the second half, Chelsea have pretty much dominated possession, but Arsenal have had chances. It's not like they have had 0 chances. That's the thing. So they've got to take into account different things. I'm back now. Well done, Jake. Well done. Anyway, Martinelli's on the attack now, and he's driving at Azpilicueta. Martinelli twists and turns, tries to play through Aubameyang, and Aubameyang's got the ball, and he shoots straight into the gloves of Mendy. Aubameyang is not left-footed. The man is right-footed, so what do you expect? But it was very, very weird right there. So Martinelli was marauding forward. Then he goes to Aubameyang, and Aubameyang shot, and it was saved. So it was kind of scuffled to Aubameyang. It wasn't a clear-cut chance. Anyway, back into the Chelsea thing. Just casually playing it around. Look, calm on the ball. Chelsea don't rush. That's the thing. They don't hoof the ball up the pitch because they know they're going to get chances again. Anyway, Havertz driving forward at speed. Plays it into Mason Mount, who's got all the time and space in the midfield. Mason Mount driving forward. Plays in Romelu Lukaku. And he's twisting and he's turning. He should have taken the shot off earlier on. He didn't put it in the back of the net. And Chelsea aren't going to rue that missed chance. But now Arsenal on the counter-attack. Smith Rowe looks very isolated there and he's almost slipping on the ground. The thing is, there is no urgency when Arsenal go forward. When Chelsea go forward, got runners right and left. When Arsenal go forward, it's a different story. They all stand still. Anyway, Jorginho into Reece James, and Chelsea once again have won the ball back. See, there is levels to this game, and it's clearly on show today at the Emirates. Is Lukaku onside? He might be. He's turning his back to goal, plays it into Mount. Reece James on the right-hand side, running on. Reece James back into Mason Mount. Mount to James. James into Azpilicueta. Tackled by Aubameyang there. That's what you want to see from your captain. Lokonga driving forward. Beautiful ball. And Aubameyang's in, but Mendy comes flying out of goal. Where did he come from? And boots it all the way into the gloves of Bernd Leno. I generally thought that Aubameyang was in then. It was tiny bit too much on the pass, but that is what you call sweeper keeping right there. That is what you call sweeper keeping. Beautiful. He just came flying out. Lokonga played the ball through. Aubameyang was onside and all narrowly close. As Aubameyang lost a yard of pace, though, that's the question. Would have he got to that a year or two ago? But to be fair, yeah, Mendy looked like he was going to claim that all day, every day. But if Aubameyang got there first, he could have ran around the keeper and slotted it in the back of the net or chipped it over the keeper. But this is not good news for Arsenal. One of their best players, Kieran Tierney, is on the deck, and he looks like he's been taking some supplements or something. And he's a bit injury-prone, Kieran Tierney. He picks up injuries here and there, which is quite interesting. Not obviously interesting in a good way, but it's interesting how he keeps on getting injured. It's weird. But they've got Nuno Tavares ready to come on. And I know Nuno Tavares because I don't. But I know him in the sense of I know Arsenal signed him. And I think he can play left back and right back, so he's versatile. He's young. And obviously, Tierney does not have the best injury record, so you've got to sign an adequate backup left back. But Tierney is in my fantasy team, but he's on the bench. So, it doesn't really matter. But I feel for the man because he's out a lot for Arsenal. But when he plays, I think Tierney, Saka, Smith Rowe. Arsenal's 3 best players in the last 12 to 18 months. Yes, you might say, what about Aubameyang? What about Lacazette? But realistically, have they been consistent enough? Smith Rowe, Saka, and Tierney, especially Smith Rowe and Saka, young. They're really young players. What are they, like 19, 20 years old? And they're literally carrying this Arsenal team on their shoulders. They're trying their hardest every game. And then obviously you've got players like Kieran Tierney, who is a true warrior as well. But yeah, off comes Kieran Tierney in the 65th minute, and on comes the new summer signing for Arsenal, Nuno Tavares. An interesting one, because Arsenal have signed a few decent players this summer. Lokonga, Tavares, Ben White, and Aaron Ramsdale. But the prices they've paid for some of them, 50 million for Ben White. I think he's a decent defender and all, but 50 million is a lot when you look at what some of the other teams have paid for players. But at the same time, it's hard for Arsenal to attract the big players because they aren't in European football, aren't playing any European football. And obviously, they spent a lot on Ramsdale as well, which is an interesting one. But anyway, Lukaku's driving forward now, holds off Lokonga, and he pulls him down. And it is a Chelsea free kick and a yellow card for Lokonga. Is that Lokonga? Pretty sure it is. I don't know too much about this lad. All I know is Arsenal paid about 15 million for him. And this guy on YouTube called Specs, don't know who he is. I've seen a few things. Said he deserves to get in the Arsenal versus Chelsea combined 11 over N'Golo Kante. And I'm no Chelsea fan, but I have common sense. And this new boy on the block, he may be better than Kante in several years' time, but you're not better than a World Cup Champions League winning man now. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyway, this position for Chelsea isn't really from shooting range, so I don't expect them to go for goal, but they could pick out a good ball in here. You've got Mount and Alonso over to it. If Chelsea get a goal, please be Kai Havertz, because he's in my fantasy team. I want to get FPL points, you know, FPL skills. The name of the channel speaks for itself, but do I want Chelsea to score? That's the thing. Mount comes in, Alonso dinks the ball in. Oh, head of the way, falls the edge of the box, smashed over the bar from Kovacic. Into either the Arsenal, the Chelsea, or bit of the stadium. Don't know too much because the Chelsea fans are over there. You know, you can't see where I'm pointing, but Chelsea fans are there, and then I think Arsenal fans are there. I think it might have gone to the Arsenal fans, but they've got a big away end at the Emirates. I've always thought that, because if you look at Anfield, you've got the Anfield Road end, and obviously you've got the small section of away fans at Anfield, which is good because obviously being a Liverpool fan, I like there to be more of the home fans. But if you look at like Tottenham's ground and other grounds in Europe, especially in England, they've got massive away ends, it feels like, unless it's just me. I need FPL points as well. I need Kai to score or assist. Yeah, same here. He needs to get me 7 points. I don't know why. I brought him in first game week, and he played 120 minutes, Kai Havertz, in the Super Cup. So I kind of thought to myself, well, maybe he's going to get rested against Palace, and he did. And he got rested, and I think he came on for 5-10 minutes in the end. But this game, I thoroughly expected Kai Havertz to start. We all know the quality he has, and I probably think that is Chelsea's strongest front line of Havertz, Mount, and Lukaku. Obviously, Lukaku and Mount have got to be in there somewhere, but I thought Havertz should be the third man over the likes of Ziyech and Werner. But he hasn't really done much today. He's been the quietest out of arguably the whole Chelsea squad. Mount obviously got an assist for Reece James's goal. Lukaku scored, and a lot of the other players in the Chelsea team play well, but Havertz has been a bit of a bystander. But Smith throws in. Oh, it's blocked by Azpilicueta. Oh, what's going on? Oh, the flag is raised. The Arsenal fans whinging at that, but I would be if I was an Arsenal fan. And it is a free kick for Chelsea because of an offside, I think. Yeah, offside here. What happened there? So let's have a look. So it's played through. The ball was played in. There was no offside. I don't know what they were. Oh. What's going on there? Was it a foul? Oh, no. What's his name? Cedric came back from an offside position. That's why it was. Because this ball was loose. But Smith Rowe was inches away from scoring. But Azpilicueta, the Chelsea captain, came flying in to put the block in. Very good job. Very good job. Very good job from him. Anyway, Rudiger on the ball now. He's walking forward, but spread it is a beautiful pass out to Reece James. What is Rudiger in the top 5 best centre-backs in the Premier League? That's the question. Lukaku turns Pablo Mari. He's been man-marking all game. Into Kai Havertz. Out to Marcus Alonso. Marcus Alonso slips. But he plays it back to Reece James on the edge of the box. Reece James shoots. Deflected. And it is out for a Chelsea corner. That could have been game over. That would have been 3-0. I kind of thought he might turn it back in the net. He's brewing with confidence. The lad has got a goal and an assist so far in this game. But Lukaku did what he did well. Did what he is good at doing there. Turning players inside out. Using his body. Back to goal. Twist. Turn. But he did say that at Inter Milan, he liked the spaces to run in behind and take on players. And he worked on a bit in his game bit of his game and a bit of that at Inter Milan, which obviously improved him into the player he is today. But Marcos Alonso sends the ball in. It's clear, but it falls to Reece James at the back stick. Kovacic shoots. Oh, narrowly wide. Well, it looks from this angle, but you always know the TV angles, they do throw you off. It is a bit misleading at some point, should I say. Kovacic, hopefully Havertz scores. Yeah, but yeah, you must be one of those who's got him in their FPL team. Oh, look, and N'Golo Kante's coming on now. Oh, yeah, Harvard, do you want to come on the stream? If you do, I'll send you a link in the chat. Come on for a little bit if you want. And then you can have a discussion about the game. Kante coming off the bench, yeah. So do you want to have a discussion about the game, Harvard? I've tried texting you, mate, but you don't answer the phone. There's no point when you don't answer. If I go on Instagram, I sent you a message. Have they even been seen by the boy himself? Have they even been seen? Let's have a look. Has Harvey seen them? Like, tell me, Harvey, if you want to come on the stream. Just let me know. And then you can come on for a little bit and have a look. Give your chat as a Tottenham fan on the game, because obviously you've watched the game. But N'Golo Kante's coming on now for Kovacic. And that's not something you want to see as an Arsenal fan. But if you ask Specs, he thinks Lokonga is better than this N'Golo Kante, so there shouldn't be too much to worry about. It's fine, thanks, mate. I'm watching it with others. All right. But if you want to come on at the end, let me know if you want to come on at the end of the game. Like, to give your post-match analysis after the final whistle goes, mate. But N'Golo Kante going forward right now onto the pitch. He is a good midfielder, but does he deserve to win a Ballon d'Or? Probably not. I'd say either Messi or Lewandowski. I know Lewandowski didn't win the Champions League this year, but he was robbed of it the year before because they didn't give out the Ballon d'Or. And Chelsea's bench is pretty nuts. Oh, no. Someone's lying on the ground right here. He doesn't look well. Who is it? I think it's Asper. No, Reece James. Gosh, I don't know what happened there. I looked away from the screen at the chat and something's happened. I don't know what's happening. What's happened? What's going on? Let's have a look. But Harv, do you want to come on at the end of the game to give your post-match analysis? Interesting. Yeah, who have they got on that bench? They got Werner. I think they might have Ziyech as well. But don't take off Kai Havertz. Whatever you do, don't take off Kai Havertz. Because we need him to score. We need him to get assists. We need to get fantasy points, you know? He's in my fantasy team. And realistically, are Arsenal going to get back into this game? Probably not. So, Kai Havertz, it'd be nice for you to get me a goal or assist for my FPL team. I have put my trust in you. Maybe, I don't know yet. All right, no worries, mate. AFC Joe can't come on because he's coming back from Watford. And Jude might come on later. It depends. But I'd like someone to come on. It's nice to have another opinion on here. Another conversation with someone. Even for like 10 minutes, I don't mind. But this does not look good for Reece James. He's been on the ground for a while. He's all right, though. I think he don't know if he can continue, but he is all right. I mean, there's nothing too much to worry about. Thoughts on Spurs versus Wolves and Man U versus Southampton? Well, I didn't watch Spurs versus Wolves, so I can't give my opinions on that game. But I did watch Southampton versus Man United. And boy, was that a good game. Southampton played out their skin. Obviously, last season, Southampton had a 2-goal advantage at the halftime whistle. And then in the second half, Man United scored 3 goals. And obviously, they threw it away. But this time, Man United did score an equaliser in the 55th minute. And then I was questioning whether typical Man United, to come back and win the game because it's away from home. And they always do well. But Southampton hold on. And they played very, very well. And this guy called Livramento, right wing back, he was constantly knocking it past those Man United players. Driving forward with the ball defensively, he was quite good as well. And it was almost like, because it's the first game at Southampton's ground, I think, post the worst of the COVID pandemic, it was almost like they had something to prove. And obviously, Southampton throw away a lot of points from winning positions. It was like stupid the amount of points they throw away from winning positions. But boy, did they play well against Man United. And and obviously, Bruno Fernandes didn't get any fantasy points, and he got a yellow card. I love that. He's not on my team. And he got a yellow card, and he got no fantasy points in terms of no goal returns. Beautiful right there. But yeah, what I was saying about the general thoughts on that game, Southampton played really well. And Man United, they did have almost like, they were good in moments of the game. They were good in parts, but they weren't consistent enough throughout the whole game to create chances and score goals. I'm certain Jose never got sacked because we scored a goal and just sat back for the whole game. And that's exactly how Jose, but I'm certain Jose never got sacked because... Yeah, but I think it was a lot of other things. It wasn't going, obviously you're a Tottenham fan, but it wasn't going right for you at the time at Spurs, was it, with Jose Mourinho? Like you said, there wasn't a really good morale within the squad and stuff like that. And I know he was conserving leads for you, you had good results, but you weren't exactly playing well when he got sacked. Anyway, Mason Mount's in, and it's another corner for Chelsea. 75 minutes on the clock now. 2-0 Chelsea. Who knows how this game's going to end? But it does look very bleak for Arsenal. Arsenal at the Emirates once again. They usually do quite well against Chelsea, but it just feels like every game that Arsenal have, they're going to lose now. You know, it doesn't. You would back anyone in the league to beat Arsenal, but then to be fair, I was saying earlier on, if Arsenal and Leicester swap shirts, you wouldn't say this Arsenal team's crap because it would be a Leicester team, and it's almost because this team's Arsenal, you expect it to be better because of their history. If this team was Leicester, you'd be saying it's all right, and vice versa. If the Leicester team is playing well, you wouldn't compare it. Hope Nuno doesn't get carried away with sitting because Spurs fans won't have it, especially after some. Yeah, the thing is with Nuno, a lot of Wolves fans said whilst he was there that his football was a bit repetitive. Like it was a bit. Oh, what Rudiger, man? That sounded American then. The under Nuno at Wolves, the play was quite repetitive and it was a bit boring and to watch, and they weren't really an attacking team. I know you said now at Tottenham Nuno sort of implemented an attacking style of football that we didn't really see at Wolves, but a lot of Wolves fans said that it wasn't the most interesting. Like not said, but like almost like it's a bit boring and repetitive. I heard things about Nuno whilst he was there, but anyway, need some of that Luke said on my throat. But anyway, Lukaku's got acres of space out here. What's he going to do? Plays it to Reece James. Cuts back onto his left foot. Plays it over to Mason Mount, who dinks the ball into Romelu Lukaku, and he shoots, and it's off the bar, and it was saved by Leno. Was it tipped onto the bar, or was it already going there? Nuno's a decent manager, to be honest. Yeah, he wasn't top of Tottenham's list, but yeah, he's a decent manager. Mason Mount, a delicious ball in, and Lukaku shoots. What a save by Bernd Leno. Quick reactions to hit it onto the underside of the bar. That would have been game over right there. If it isn't already game over, that would have sealed the victory for Chelsea. The rain rattles off the bar, and well, not rattles, but drips off the bar. And yeah, Leno's kept them in the game there as much as he can, you know, because at the end of the day, I don't see Arsenal getting back into this game. But if Lukaku would have put that chance away, it's officially game over in my eyes. But yeah, he was annoyed about that. But brilliant save from Leno, point blank range. And now it's a corner for Chelsea. Oh, what's happening there? Oh, Lukaku's coming off. Is it Romelu Lukaku coming off? I don't know. Why are the fans clapping? What's going on? They're whinging about something now. What is going on? He got results with Wolves. So yeah, he did get results. What did they finish? Back-to-back 7th position. The thing is, though, what I thought about Nuno and at Wolves and stuff is that they finished 7th in 2 seasons when he had a fully fit squad. The last season they struggled because obviously Jimenez had the injury. They lost Matt Doherty. They lost Diogo Jota. Those 3 players, I think, scored the most goals for them the previous season. So, you know, there is going to be a significant drop-off. But, gosh, I don't know what happened there. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what Lukaku's... He's doing something, but I don't know what he's complaining about because Sky haven't really panned the camera to what's going on. Obviously, I don't have sound, so I can't hear what's going on. But Romelu does not look happy. He's complaining about something. What's he complaining about? Come on, show us. No, back to Romelu Lukaku again. We haven't seen what he's complaining about yet. I don't know. It's Martinelli's on the ground. Oh, he looks in a lot of pain. I feel bad for Martinelli because he's had quite one or two horrific injuries that's kept him out for a while, and he's a young, talented player, and that's not good for them. But anyway, Arsenal have brought on their 3rd substitute, or I think it's their 3rd one, Balogun? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that one. I'm sorry if I get it wrong, but Martinelli's come off and on comes Balogun or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, the ball comes into the box, falls to Reece James at the back stick. Reece James shoots, blocked. Nicola Pepe jumps on a header. Oh, now Arsenal on the counter-attack, but Jorginho clears it up, hits the ball into a weird position, and it is out for an Arsenal throw-in. But Arteta out. Ask a lot of Arsenal fans, I'll probably say yes, mate. Martinelli doesn't look good. He doesn't know if he can walk on his leg. What's he's doing? But it doesn't look too good for him. Anyway, look, who's that who sent that ball? That's a brilliant pass out to who's this? Is this Balogun? Oh, no, this is Nuno Tavares. The ball in, cleared. I can't really tell all these new Arsenal players are. They got Balogun, they got Lokonga, they got Nuno Tavares, and I'm not too sure who's who at some points. Anyway, Tavares plays it into, I think that's, yes, Balogun. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Balogun. Nuno Tavares driving through, but cleared up by Jorginho. Jorginho into Mount. Oh, hard tackle by Xhaka. You know you're going to get those. Emil Smith throw. driving down the line, cuts it back. Oh, good interception by N'Golo Kante, who lost the ball forward to Romelu Lukaku, uses his size and presence well, hits it off the Arsenal player for a Chelsea throw, which is really good right there. Just so you know, Balogun spends half the time on the floor. Oh, in other words, what is he? Is he a diver, or is he just like, I don't know? Is he just get pullied off the ball? Is he? Which one is he? I don't know what you quite mean by that, Jake, but I kind of know what you mean at the same time. But thoroughly good performance from Chelsea today. I hate to say it because I'm no Arsenal fan, but I'm no Chelsea fan, but you can appreciate good football, like you can say when teams have played well, and Chelsea have played well today. They've kept the game management well. They've not let Arsenal have too many chances. They kept the ball well, and Lukaku skips past. Who's this? Pablo Mara, I think, plays it into Mason Mount. Oh, it's almost over to Kai Havertz. Leno spills it. He's brought down Kai Havertz, but Arsenal have the ball. What happened there? Leno spilled it. Mount played the ball in. I thought Leno had it in his gloves, and then he spilled it. I don't know really what went on. Balogun hoosed the ball down the line. Aubameyang, he's literally, from when he's come on, I haven't heard his name. Obviously, I can't hear his name, but I mean, I haven't really seen him touch the ball. Has he touched the ball in the last 10 minutes of football? It doesn't feel like it at all. He hasn't really got into the swing of things. I don't know what it is with Aubameyang. It's like he's got this new bumper contract. I know he's had it for a while, but it's like he's got this new bumper contract at Arsenal and then he's just stopped playing. But Xhaka, another one of those little aggressive challenges when he just Granit Xhaka, he's lying on Reece James after tackling him and bangs the front and goes like an anger while he's lying on top of Reece James. But at least Mount's coming off for Ziyech. So then, what's his name? Havertz can stay on and try and get me some fantasy points. He just falls over when he gets touched on the back. That's what he did against Brentford anyway. No, he's that player who just wants to win free kicks. Fair enough to the lad. But at the same time, I like players who get pulled around and stay on their feet and just try and hold players off. Not players that get touched when all of a sudden they're on the ground. It's not how football should be played. And I think there's going to be a stop to that this season because over recent seasons, they've just been given those as penalties. But I think this season they're trying to let games flow more and let some of the challenges go a little bit. But anyway, Arsenal will have the ball here and it's out for a Arsenal corner. 82 minutes on the clock now. See how the rest of the game goes. Let's see if Jude's come on. I don't think he will now, but he did say, if you hear it on the stream, sorry guys, but he did say that if he has time, he can come on later on in the second half, or maybe the end of the game to give his post-match. Never said the end of the game, but we might be able to get him on for the end of the game for 10 minutes, or possibly Harvey Maggs, or even anyone else, but And it goes from Nicola Pepe in his bright yellow boots and his stripy socks. In it goes. Ooh, douche. Ball goes in. Mendy goes like that. Hoofs it away. And now Ziyech is on the counter-attack. He's one-on-one with Smith Rowe. Hoofs it down the line to the on-rushing N'Golo Kante. Oh, it's like pinball at moments. But Smith Rowe does well then. Kante goes in his ankles. He dodges past him. And he's driving forward with the ball, Emil Smith Rowe. Plays it over to Nicola Pepe. Nicola Pepe on that left foot. He's not as good on his right foot. He would want to get onto his left. But Reece James is doing really well defensively there. And holds him off. Whew, didn't have a breather from all that talking, Anyway, Nuno Tavares skips past Jorginho, trying to get past Reece James, which is a harder task to do. Look at him, Tavares, he's off. Plays it into Belongan. Oh, but it's on Mason Mount. No, Ziyech, yep. Into Lukaku, who didn't really know where the ball was. But I think Chelsea trying to see out the game now. They've got a lot of their men back. They've got obviously 5 at the back defending and the 2 in midfield. They've literally just leave the 3 up top to try and create chances. So I guess we'll see how the game goes. What's going on now? Yeah, just Chelsea just tactical time wasting, waiting to throw the ball. West Ham versus Leicester tomorrow, Monday night football. That would be an interesting game because both of those teams, I feel like it evenly matched. Maybe Leicester are a slightly better side, but there's not much in it between the two. Anyway, Lukaku's got the ball now, plays it into Reece James. Maybe he's got to make that run. Now it's the run. Is Ziyech onside? The flag stays down. Hakim Ziyech cuts onto his left foot, plays it in. Oh, should have looked for Kai Havertz, fantasy points. Kante, tenacious as always, into Hakim Ziyech, plays it into the box. Oh, it's deflected, blocked. Reece James using his big physical presence into Hakim Ziyech, back to Reece James, back to Jorginho, the blonde-haired Jorginho, the Azpilicueta, more like Azpilicueta, just on the ball at the moment, just marauding forward. Plays it into Jorginho. Now, what's he going to do? Back to Azpilicueta. Just passing around the moment, not doing too much. What's your prediction for tomorrow's Premier League game as you have just seen it? So I'd say 2-0 Leicester. You heard it here first. 2-0 Leicester is my prediction because the thing is, I feel like West Ham are a very good squad. No, they have a very good starting 11. Let's say that, but their squad, they lack squad depth. That's what I'm trying to say. Their squad is a bit fine and a bit, I don't know, they don't have much players to come off the bench. And I feel like Leicester will just probably win. But, if it's at West Ham's ground, which I think it is, it could go the other way. But I still think 2-0 Leicester. Anyway, Balongan's on the attack. All cleared up by Kante, though. Into Jorginho. Back to Reece James. Into... Oh, they're playing it around really nicely at the moment, Chelsea. It'll be a tough task for Liverpool next week. Which, come on, Liverpool, please. We must beat them under lights at Anfield, if it's under lights. Ziyech plays through Romelu Lukaku. Nuno Tavares misses it. Lukaku cuts in. Plays it to Havertz. Kai Havertz is in. Oh, saved by the keeper. He could have got me fantasy points, and he could have got you guys fantasy points, because I know some of you guys have Kai Havertz as well. Deary me. He hasn't looked quite at his best today, He hasn't looked quite at best, but he's on track to get 3 points, a respectable 3 points. Oh, he almost nicked the ball off Rob Holding then. Rob Holding waving his arm around. No, you touched me because he probably thought Arsenal got through. Chelsea got through, sorry. Anyway, beautiful pass from Granit Xhaka trying to find Pepe, but easily cleared up by Chelsea, who haven't really had to break too much of a sweat in defending today. They played quite well throughout. Pretty understandable. But yeah, the 2 goals in the first half look like they're going to be the only 2 goals of this game at this rate. Oh, Mendy lost the ball to Lukaku, uses his presence. Was he brought down by Pablo Mari? Nope. They say no. Lukaku's on the ground. He goes, yeah, he touched me and he got me on the ground. And the ref goes, nah, mate, no, he didn't. Liverpool versus Chelsea. I'm backing Chelsea to win. I'm sorry, mate. Oh, really? To be honest, you're entitled to your opinions, and I hope you're wrong. I really do. Because, it's under lights at Anfield. I don't expect Liverpool to win, but especially with the fans there and stuff and the quality of team we actually have, I do want us to win. Anyway, Mount's on the attack here. He cuts in Ziyech, sorry, not Mount. He came off the pitch a while ago, but goes out for a throw-in. Ooh, interesting. I don't even know what's going on there. Next 5 fixtures for Arsenal. Man City, Norwich, Burnley. They're games you should expect them to pick points up in, and then Tottenham and Brighton. So you expect 2 wins out of those 5. I know Arsenal maybe years ago expected 5, but it's not the Arsenal of old. And I expect Brighton to beat them. I think Brighton are arguably a better team. They maybe lack the clinical edge, Brighton, but I'd rather take a majority of Brighton players over the Arsenal. I'd rather have Dunk over some of the Arsenal defenders. I'd rather have Basuma over many of the Arsenal midfielders. And I don't know, maybe rather have Lamptey over the right back. I know it may not sound few, but I think Brighton are probably a better team than Arsenal. Balogun. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Is it Balogun or Balogun? Anyway, Reece James puts the ball on the corner spot. Romelu Lukaku looking round, seeing where the available opportunity. And the ball goes from Reece James. Havertz jumps. Ziyech. Oh, who's going to get there? Kante or Ziyech, or they're going to let it go out for a throw-in. So it is a Chelsea throw-in. 88 minutes on the clock. It does not look like Arsenal are going to get back into this. Timo Werner is now coming on for Kai Havertz. I thought Chelsea used all their substitutes. Great. No goal or assist for Kai Havertz. Disappointing. I might bring him out of my team next week, because Chelsea rotate a lot. I might bring Kai Havertz out of my team, but who knows? Timo Werner's got to step up to the plate now, Lukaku Lukaku is probably... Right, sorry guys, you want to know, Lukaku and Mason Mount are probably the best options for Chelsea going forward, in the sense of the ones that are going to stay for your fantasy team, because Lukaku's only going to get dropped if he has a dramatic drop in form, or if he is injured, and same with Mount, really, because they're both very key players. Anyway, Lukaku's got the ball now. Using his size, plays it out to Alonso, dinks the ball in. Lukaku jumps out to Reece James, keeps it in play. He's had a thoroughly brilliant performance today. And he's going to get you guys a lot of fantasy points, and I mean a lot. A lot. No, my phone's not loading. We'll see how it goes. Sorry, guys, give me a second. But yeah, next weekend, sadly, after next weekend, it's the stupid international break. Who wants international break? Anyone? No. No one wants to watch the international break. Everyone that I know, pretty much, would rather watch Premier League football. Because the only international things that I really care about is the Euros and the World Cup. And even then, I like them, but I'd rather watch Premier League even over those. So you really think I'm going to want to watch Premier League? No, going to want to watch international friendlies or Nations League over Premier League? Could be having a laugh. And yeah, and the man of the match is, guess who the man of the match has gone to? Guess who's gone to? Romelu Lukaku. Pretty self-explanatory. He's been thoroughly good all game. He scored a goal. He's been a presence up top. But then you could have debated to give it to Reece James. Ooh. To say Balogun's name, you can pronounce it Balogun. Is that how you pronounce it? Balogun. Balogun. You can pronounce it like Balogun. All right, fair enough. I'll pronounce it like Balogun, if that's the way it sounds. Because, you know, I don't even know. It says a no, but I guess it's if it's UH and you say that, then I can't say otherwise. Give me a second, lads. Sipping his water at the moment, Thomas Tuchel, just tying his bottle of water up now, putting in the thing. He knows he's got another win under his belt as Chelsea manager. And is out for a, Arsenal, Chelsea throwing 91st minute on the clock. 91:41, 91:42. So about 1 minute 20 to go until the final whistle goes. Oh, brought him down. It's a Chelsea free kick. Not surprised if the Arsenal fans are all going to be walking out the stadium. But 2-0, I don't know whether it's an awful defeat for Arsenal because they have played well in parts. But no way were they the better team. Chelsea they passed the ball better. They've moved the ball better. They've created more chances. Obviously, they scored 2 goals at the end of the day. But Arsenal haven't played awful. I don't think this is Arsenal's worst performance or will be one of their worst performances this season. And if they play against a smaller team than not Chelsea, they might be able to get some points. But obviously, Chelsea have different propositions to some of the smaller teams they play. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I think they played better than they did against Brentford. Let's just say that. And obviously, it's been against a better opposition too. Reece James now on the ball, driving forward, plays it to N'Golo Kante, skips past the midfield. Kante onto that. Oh, he's weaving his way through. N'Golo Kante almost found the gap through all of them. They loft it forward into Aubameyang, into Pepe. Pepe tries to play Aubameyang through, tackled, and Chelsea retain possession once again. There is no way out for this Arsenal side. Christensen into Jorginho. Jorginho into Reece James. Reece James into Kante. Kante gets tackled, but it is a foul on him, and it is a free kick for Chelsea. Whew. Been an eventful game so far. Thomas Tuchel going, yes. Oh, the final whistle's gone. It has gone. Full time here at the Emirates. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. Arsenal, another defeat for them. I know, it's a catastrophe. It's a catastrophe. Arsenal Football Club, I don't know what has happened to them. They used to be one of the best teams in England all those years ago. But nowadays, they're the shadow of the side they once were. So I guess we'll just see how it goes for Arsenal over the coming days. So we're going to see if anyone else is going to come on the stream. If not, we will end the stream shortly. Let's see if anyone is going to come on, Ask Jude, we can ask Jude on Instagram, if he's going to come on. If Harvey, if you're in the chat, or if anyone wants to come on, just DM me on Instagram, FPL_skills, and I can let you on the stream. Harvey Mags, are you going to come on, my friend? Yeah, Lukaku's going to steal the headlines in the newspapers tomorrow with his debut goal. I know it's not quite a debut because obviously he was playing at Chelsea before, but in some ways it is a debut. Let's have a look. So, who's your man of the match, guys? Put in the comment section, who do you think your man of the match is for this game? Who do you think has been the best player? So obviously, I think maybe Reece James. Yes, he did have that controversial penalty thing, but overall, he was brilliant. He was brilliant from minute 1. And obviously, he got a goal and an assist and a clean sheet. If you've got him in your fantasy team, you're going to be getting all the fantasy points. And talking about fantasy, we'll go have a look there at the fantasy football. So let me just sign in. Give me a second. You can't see my screen, can you? Nope. Always be able to get my fantasy football account. There we go. Type in the thing. You log in. Are we in? There we go. So I am on 60. All right. So let's have a look at a second. Let's have a look through. Tierney 1, Dini 1. Maybe I should have put Gus down here first bench. But let's have a look how many teams share my screen. Big Romelu Lukaku. Yeah, big Romelu Lukaku. Microsoft Edge tab. Zach Woods' latest fantasy Premier League. Oh, you see the screen? There we go. Let's go full screen. Here we go. So this is my team. So I have Martinez, who got me 5 points. So you get an insider. You don't have to wait till Thursday to find out the thing, unless you're in the league, obviously. Then you get to see more of it. But so obviously Martinez has got me 5 points. Sadly, Guaita on the bench got me 9. Diaz and Tsimikas balling in the points department there. Harvey Barnes hasn't played yet, and if he doesn't play, we'll have a measly 1 point from Tierney coming off the bench. Salah captain blank, but now looking at Bruno as he blanked today, it doesn't give me too much of a down feeling that he didn't get a goal. Kai Havertz obviously didn't do anything, but still got respectable 3 points. Jota scored 8 points. Rafinha scored 7 points. Danny Ings scored a beauty of a goal. If you haven't seen it, go check it out on YouTube somewhere. Overhead kick, bicycle kick from a header from Tyrone Mings. It was a beautiful goal for Danny Ings. And then Callum Wilson, he could have had a penalty. Should have probably had a penalty, but didn't because he was narrowly offside. And then he got 1 point. But the thing is, if you look at my team there, I did take a -4, so I'd end up on actually 62 points. But let's have a look at the FPL Skills League. So currently I'm only 15th in this league. 15th in my own league. I do know that is poor from me, right? That is poor. I'll give it a zoom in so we can have a look through everyone's thing. 100 and... There we go. Look, so we'll go to the top. So at the top, we've got YouTube.FPL Rare. Go check his channel out. He must have, because look, FPL Rare. He is a good YouTuber, I think. I haven't seen too many of his videos, but he does FPL stuff, and he is top of the league at the moment. In second place, we've got Cruise Control. So this guy's got himself 55 points this week. Actually, have they updated it from this game? Probably not. 49 points. Did he have any of those players? No. Gonna sneeze. Gonna sneeze. Gonna sneeze. Gonna sneeze. Yeah, look, have they updated? Let's have a look at this one. FPL Irish, when he come in the stream earlier on, if you didn't see on the chat, he got 58 points. Have they had any Chelsea or Arsenal players? No, neither. Interesting. Let's have a look back. So basically, that's the team. I finished 15th at the moment in this league, but I've had a respectable week. Yes, they haven't quite added the points on, but I must go. I'm going to go now. See you next stream, Jake, mate. But yeah, I'm going to see how it goes with that sort of thing. But yeah, we'll see how it goes over the next week. We will get previews and maybe more streams throughout the week. It's got a busy week ahead of me, but you know, we might get to see some bits and bobs. It depends. But I hope you're enjoying the stream, guys. And if you are still on it, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Because I see we lost a subscriber. We were on 132, but now we are on 131. But it was a thoroughly enjoyable game today, I think. Chelsea versus Arsenal, and obviously the team who expected to win, Chelsea, won. And obviously Arsenal lost. Surprise, didn't surprise anyone, did it really? Let's be real. No one thought, oh, Arsenal are going to win. So you can obviously see all the bits and bobs that went on in that situation. But yeah, no one can come on, guys. I'm sorry about this, but I will catch you all in the next stream. Thanks for watching. Keep tuned on the channel because there might be more videos and streams coming out. I need a drink in the next several days. All right, see you guys. Bye. Anyway, we've got to end off like unusual. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the stream, and I'll catch you in the... Oh, yeah. Thank you for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.